Yeah.
We didn't even
Can
do
you
a
hear me?
test run. I can hear you perfect.
Okay. Alfred?
What's up, Alfred? You all right?
I'm good. I'm right here, man. Getting on the ones and twos, brother. Getting everything ready, man.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, you went low.
Okay, how about now? Can you
Yes.
guys hear me
We can
now?
hear you
Yes.
good.
Sorry about that, man. Yeah, we're in the ones and twos, man. YouTube, yarda, bro.
Yeah, we're live at the YouTube Yarda on the Facebook. What's up, Ray Ray? Ray Ray Salas is live on Facebook. What's up, homie? Ray Ray Salas. He was a old correction officer. He was our guard out there in prison when I was up there. Firme vato, dog. But don't cross him, because he'll do you, homie. He'll do you good. You know, you mess with him, mess with the bull, get the horns, homie.
Yep.
That's why every time I was active, not in his watch. I swear, not in his watch. I try to always avoid his watch. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys, YouTube Yarda, everybody tuning in. It's Tuesday the 17th, I think.
Yes, today's 17.
Is it 17th today?
Yes.
Today is the 17th. Oh,
No,
16.
16.
Oh, the 16th.
16, that's
Oh.
right. Independence Day was yesterday out there, and everybody was having a blast, except for the gente that are in detention.
Yep, that's true.
So, anyways, today we want to talk about a few topics, a few things, but first and foremost, let's turn it over to my partner. Where you been at? fool?
What's up, everybody? Thank you for having me.
Where you been at?
All over. Hey, Saturday I was at the Henry Lozano's, the garage oldies. That was bad. That was bad. That was
Henry
nice.
Lozano's a bad dude.
Yeah, I loved it. I would love to go back out there, but you need to come out there with us.
Okay, you said that his brother is Lozano from.
Yeah, I have to find out if that is
Who
his
told you
brother. A couple people told me.
The mayor's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, from Palmer Park. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty firme.
Yeah, Manuel.
Man, if that's
Lozano.
his brother, that's firme.
Yeah. So I want to find out.
Did you guys end up bumping up there, bumping the oldies and all that?
Oh, that's how he did. It was cool. It
Do they
was
shut
nice.
you guys down there or no?
No.
Because I do know he had a lot of issues with getting shut down on Facebook and all.
Yeah, no. I told you we had what 200,000.
That's right. That's
Oh.
right.
It was cool.
200,000 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And where you been at, homie? On a mission?
On a mission, not on Skid Row. Now I've been doing meet and greets, running around like this Saturday.
What do you got this Saturday?
Bakersfield, C10 crew in Bakersfield doing a meet and greet.
That's right. Man, homie, you just been just on one, dog. We were like, hey, it's Tuesday, and let me just break it down to you guys. When it's work, we work.
Yeah.
You know, when it's kickback, we kick back. But when I don't hear from her, that means she's on a mission. So when she don't hear from me, I'm on a mission.
And that's what I figured, you had to do. And then people was telling me, hey, Rockin Chicano's out there. I said, I hear, good for him,
Yeah. We, if I do go live somewhere where I'm filming at the Swami or whatever, but to go film and all that, mandatory, I have to have Rose there to do a reel, to shoot out there, so that would be pretty feed, man. I try to do all that when she's around, when my son's around. That way I could concentrate and do it, because a lot of people who don't know it's a lot of work.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Just because you see a reel might last about 30 minutes. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of highlight, So if I do end up going to a show, best believe she's going to be coming along. And you're going to be going to our show October the 25th, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I got gente. Hey, Rose, I got gente from Texas coming, Arizona, Oregon, Northern California. I got a lot of people coming to our show.
That's good. Hey, but you out there, Rockin Chicano. Everybody loves you out there. You're well known.
Man, was just like you. No, you're well known, dog. Everywhere we go, you get pulled over.
Yeah, well,
I gotta play bodyguard. Like, oh man.
Yeah, when I was going up north and that, went in, got something to eat and that, and people was like, Oh my God, that's her.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, oh my God, Rosie.
Yeah, but it was
And
cool.
they'll touch their heart like this, and that means they could relate to you of the story that some of their
Yes.
loved ones have passed
Yes.
or got how do you say it, unalive.
On her life. Yes.
You got to be careful on the words that we say, 'cause they'll
Yes.
shut it down. But um, it's good to have you back, homie.
But thank you. You're looking good.
I've been on my diet, homie. Like
No more donuts, cookies.
donuts. I told you, I tell my son like the other day, I think it was Saturday, you want an ice cream, mijo? No, Dad, I'm okay. Yes, you do. And I took out the ice cream. I took one bite. I gave him the whole ice cream. I'm like, yes. But I've just been, my goal is, you know what my goal is?
What's that?
To take off my shirt in the beach next year.
Okay.
Oh, Maria says, like, and my son, like, I think you could do it, Dad. Like, before I met you, before you guys came along, I had a feed me bodybuilding body, homie. But, things happen, tortillas happen.
Donuts, cookies.
Donuts and coffee. Oh, my donuts and my coffee. I told my son, when I pass away, fool, and my funeral, I swear, I told Daniel, I want Diet Cokes, coffee, and donuts, homie. Mando commando, homie. Like, no ifs, ands. I want it right there in the front and the back when you're all kicking back. Like, you for real, Dad? Like, yep, because that's what I love. Coffee and donuts. But, yeah, I have to cut back. But we've been busy. We've been pushing. My product is going up north.
That's good.
I explained that to you that Alex has been taking my toppers up north. So I have a wholesaler up there. Thank God it's going good, So the product is going up north. So little by little, and paying the bills and just staying busy and cutting away and working. And, oh, man, sometimes I don't have time. I go to sleep so late and I make sure I shower and just boom, knock out. I'm so tired, but we're here. We're blessed. So hopefully this weekend we could link up.
Yeah.
And go do something.
Yeah.
What do you got Sunday?
Sunday. I hope nothing. Hey, I was tired from this weekend because, like I told you, Friday. What did I do Friday? No, there was something must not have been too good. But anyway, Saturday went to Henry Lozano's, Garage Oldies. We got back about 4:30 that morning. Went to sleep for a while. I had to get up. I went to Ontario with the Street Queens. I got invited.
The Street Queen show.
Yeah, to do a meet and greet up there. That was cool.
On Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Oh, you were tired.
I was burned out. And then after I got with Chris from Chicano Power and that, kicked it with him and his wife.
Yeah.
They took us out to dinner and that. Matter of fact, he's having that October the 19th, cancer awareness with her in Pico Rivera.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Okay. That's right. October 18th will be in Arizona. So we have that. So let me know if you're going to roll.
Yes.
But then you got 19th also.
I would have to come straight back.
From there to San Diego, huh?
Yeah. No, it would be from Arizona back to here, home.
And then San Diego.
San Diego too?
Well, San Diego's the 19th, ain't it? October 19th?
No, it's right here in Pico Rivera, the 19th of October.
Oh, right here in Pico?
Yeah.
I thought it was in San Diego.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I couldn't
man.
do it now, right? Coming back home, so, going up there, coming back.
So if I come back in Friegas on the 18th, as soon as I finish Robert's show out there in Arizona, then come back home, take a little playa, knock out, and wake up, and we'll go on the 19th.
That's what I'm saying.
Rock and roll, homie.
That's what I did.
Yeah, that's work.
Yeah, it gets tiresome, but hey, you know what? Gotta do what I gotta do.
Oh, what's up, Chloe? What's up, man? Hey, they're saying Cubo Rose and Facebook.
Hello.
October 19th is Marlene's birthday.
Oh, Marlene?
Yeah. TL Travis, when you coming out coming to Old Town, Oakland. Man, I've been wanting to hit Oakland. I've been wanting to hit up north more, but pretty soon I might be out there in the king of the streets. I might. Let me know when you're in San Diego. San Diego in the house, man. That's right.
That's why I want to go up there for a weekend, just kick back in San Diego. I love it out there.
As long as you don't get gaffled up by ice.
I don't think so.
Oh, man. How's it been with the ice? Have you guys been hearing the stories?
Nah, they're still around.
They're still around. They gaffled up somebody in Chicago, I think, and left the kids in the car.
How sad.
In the middle of the street, there's a price to pay. Everybody's been talking about the incident that took place this last week, and about the Vato Charlie. And they've asked me, they inboxed me and asked me questions, and what do you think, and this and that. And, well, we're about to get into it. I told Alfred to read a scripture. So, ready to get into it?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk politica, homie. Okay,
That's
but
right.
street politics. No, let's get in the groove. Let's throw your input, Rose, and vámonos.
That's right.
Read that scripture, homie. In this scripture, you guys, we don't Bible thump here. We feed me gente, but this scripture hits deep, hits home for everybody and myself, and it corrects me, And this ain't all Christian based, and you know what I mean. We believe in God. It's Christian station, whatever. We us ourselves don't cuss. We don't pistear. We don't smoke. Yes, guy here. We give him his props. But I wanted Alfred to read the scripture. Go ahead, homie.
Sure. In John chapter 8, verses 1 to 11, it says this: But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Early in the morning, he came again to the temple. All the people came to him, and he sat down and taught them. The scribes and Pharisees brought a woman who has been caught in adultery, and placing her in the midst, and says, they said to him, "Teacher, this woman has been caught in adultery, in the act of adultery. Now, in the law of Moses, it commands us to stone such woman. So, what do we say?" This they say to test him. Then they might have some charge to bring against him. Jesus bent down and wrote with his finger on the ground. And as they continued to ask, he stood up and said to them, "Let him who's without a sin amongst you be the first to throw the stone at her." And once more, he bent down and wrote on the ground. But when they heard it, they went away one by one, beginning with the oldest one. And Jesus was left alone with the woman standing before him. Jesus stood up and said to her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" She says, "No one, Lord." And Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go from now and sin no more."
Wow.
Oh, that's deep.
I love that story, Alfred, Rose, because it corrects you.
Yeah.
And it's a trip. I'm going to tell you one thing, homie. This Vato Charlie, dog, I disagree the way it went down. I disagree how he got unalive. I disagree with everything. But all in all, to the nitty gritty, he did promote a lot of things. He did promote executions. He did talk about IQ. And he called us border hoppers.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things. If you guys don't know his history, how he started by an individual named Montgomery. They paid for him to go out there and go promote and go talk. Why? Because they had Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh had the individuals that were older, and they wanted somebody younger. They thought that the colleges were too liberal. They would have list of individuals that were real out there, if they were brown, black, and they spoke out freely, they would blacklist those individuals and dox them, and they would even sometimes threaten them, you know. And he just went from college to college to keep on talking his stuff. Now, I say that with this scripture because people will say that he was a godly man. As you notice on this scripture, on this story, Jesus never promoted execution. Jesus held an execution. He held it up. He stopped it from religious people wanting to pursue what Moses had written down. Now, when you have a podcast, when you have the limelight, when you have cameras in front of you, one thing you don't do is talk the negative comments. Though it might get you viewers, but to the nitty-gritty, you don't speak on those matters. If you're racist, then you're racist. That's fine. Keep your comments to yourself, you know? But when you go on camera and speak about somebody has to pass for us to have our Second Amendments, somebody has to sacrifice, and speaking about about issues of black individuals, about their IQs, and not be able to repay them back for what history has done to them. All those comments are unnecessary. Now, if you're racist, then that's cool. I believe he was a little Trumpsters in the making, you know? It's sad how he passed. But one thing for sure, I could reassure you with this. If Jesus would have been there in front of those cameras with him, he would never speak about a live execution. Brought to you by Coca-Cola. And that's what we need, to have live execution. See, in history, that's what they would do. They would bring the individual, the criminal, the black or the Mexican, and hang him on a tree. Break his bones, shoot him, whatever. And it was entertainment for them. See, that's what they used to do back in the days. Why? Because that was their mojo. That's the way the law went back then. You know, that's what they made up. They speak about this Jesus, which I've mentioned this before. The Jesus that they speak, the Jesus that they bring up is not the same one that we know. He's not a blue eye. He's not blonde. He's dark skinned. He's a Hebrew. And I guarantee you, if he was there, he would never bring up the comments about we should have live executions. See, because when Jesus was there and they brought this, the Pharisees brought this woman in front of them. They said, what should we do? Moses says we got to stone her. And he went on the ground and he started writing. See, he started writing on the ground and never said what he was writing. Maybe he was drawing the fish, the sign of the fish for peace, understanding, you know? Maybe he was writing some scriptures. Maybe he was saying these people are crazy. But as he was writing, people were right there waiting on his answer. Why were they waiting on his answer? He says, so we could have him into a trap. So automatically, a live execution is a trap. It messes up the mind. It messes up the thought. Most of you guys, almost all of you guys, don't know what it is to have bloodshed. Partake, commit, indulge, and it's nasty. It's horrible. To even have some kind of vocabulary to speak on those matters where somebody's being executed in front of other individuals, even kids. That's horrible. That's nasty. And yet Jesus got up when they were waiting for him. And he said, let him, he who is free of sin, cast the first stone. And it said from the oldest to the youngest, they left. Oldest to the youngest left. See, the older were wiser. The youngsters were still there with the stone. See, a lot of times we have individuals like that, Christians, automatically, oh, this is fine to do. It's not fine to do. It's not right to do. Whether this individual got unalived in front of everybody or whether they were stoned, it's not right. We are not to play God. Only he determines who stays and who goes. Oh, yeah, Anthony, but what about an eye for an eye? It was the Moses law. Do we not believe in Jesus? So what would it be for me to be out here in front of this platform speaking negative, bashing people because of their skin color, saying their IQ is not big enough? I worry when I walk in and the pilot's black. Is that really Christian-like? Is that being a Christian? But yet they want to push this propaganda on us that they have more priority and talk about their Jesus. I'll tell you what, homie. He said that it would be a sacrifice for individuals for us to have our Second Amendment. I wonder if he's there right now regretting on the words that he said. I'm not no God to determine where he's going, but I do know he's in hot water. What do you mean hot water? He's not in flames? That's up to God to determine, but he's going to have to explain himself. When you share hate, that's not Christian-like. You got to forgive, just like Jesus forgave that woman. See, we're not border hoppers like that. We ain't border hoppers. This was our country to begin with. Now, I understand they put lines and they did this, but our people were still here. With everything that's going on right now, it's hectic. It's chaotic from the left to the right, and both of them are wrong. But never confuse the love of Christ and what he did to bring it up on politics so you could grow. It don't work that way. We're all going to have to give an account. See, I'm a sinner, homie. I get it. I trip. I go through my emotions. I want to do things, and this and that. I get it. But to sit here and bring my sins upon you, then that means it's wrong. That means I'm bringing everybody to hell. Why would I bring people to hell? Now, when it's personal, it's personal. You feel me? But to convince the young crowds to believe the way that I want you to believe, that's wrong. He spoke about homosexuality. He spoke on that. A lot of things, he was right. I'm not going to lie. It's true. I get it. But when you want to teach hate, was that really Jesus how he did it? Teach hate? Oh, you're going to hell. You're condemned. That's it. No, he didn't do that. So a lot of people say, oh, he was a godly man. And I've seen it all. I've seen all the videos. And I just say, would he speak like that if Jesus was sitting next to him in front of that camera? Let's keep it real. He wouldn't. No. It's just sad how everything went down. And what's more sad, it happened in front of their kids. So in front of their kids, so a live execution, so it flipped on them. And it's sad. I wish it wouldn't have happened. I didn't wish that upon him or his kids or anybody else. See, because I'm not God. I'm not that authority to condemn people like that on who gets the right to live and who doesn't. It's sad. Our thoughts and prayers are with the familia. And hey, may they forget all that day and pursue something positive, something right. If they want to debate, then that's cool. But you want to debate from university. Imagine I got my podcast. I talk about white people, white people, white people. It's all about brown pride, Chicano, and you know what, and la raza this. And I went from college to college to college to college to share my beliefs like that. That's hard. But I'm going to talk to them about the Aztecas. I'm going to talk to them about our gods. Because this is the way, this is the right way. That's hard. I couldn't do that to people. I could have debates, it's freedom. But to give my opinions about blacks and whites and all that, harsh opinions. He didn't hold back. That's hard. Is he in front of the Lord? Yeah. He's going to have to give an explanation. So I end with this. Would he answer those questions if Jesus was next to him in front of that camera? Think about that. He wouldn't. You know? And just like that accuser, they left one by one. And what did Jesus say? Go on, sin no more, because nobody's here, right? So if he held up an execution, why couldn't he hold one up? Not speak on it, not promote it, not brought to you by Coca-Cola. I disagree on those matters. I also disagree the way it went down. And I do know that they're going to give the death penalty to that individual. Most likely they're going to have a speedy trial like Timothy McVeigh and do it within 2 years. And it's both of the parties. They're both at fault. And us, Raza, we keep on getting hit too. We keep on falling for a lot of traps, a lot of nonsense, you know? We got to wake up, people. This is a no-no. This is sad. Your thoughts, Alfred?
Oh man, talk about thoughts. I think for the most part, you're onto something. I think it's good to say when it comes down to a public execution or a something like that in front of thousands. I feel that this, whoever did, I think for the most part, it just really show us where we are as a country, right? Where somebody, where I can say something or somebody can say something, and whatever it is, right? I can go and be preaching the gospel, and somebody just decides to unlive me, right? As we say, just because they don't like to hear what I got to say. And I think it's sad. It misses out on that opportunity where we can all have that discussion. We can all have a conversation. Where have we gone? I think as a culture, as a nation, where we can hash out and have discussions. I would have loved for, where we can have a round table where people can talk from every nationality, right? White, blacks, Hispanic, whatever it is. I would have loved for these organizations, instead of spewing some of the things that we're seeing, maybe we can have an open table discussions where we can come together and really benefit, speak about things that are going to impact or help our communities. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that I would have loved to see. I hope that I just hope that opportunity opens up to whoever the next speaker is or whoever comes along just like him. Because think about it, regardless of how we feel or how we see things, there's only certain people that stand out in the nation for getting unlived, for speaking what they think. MLK, JFK, you know what I mean? Malcolm X. And now, we can have it, whatever. We might not agree or understand, that person's train of thought or even the message. Yeah. But I feel he was causing influence. And I think that's one of the things that we can miss out. I wish that particular force could have been used where all right, if you really do believe for an America first, or even a country first, okay, well, we're all in it. Yeah. So include everyone, whichever nationality, black, white, minorities, and let's hash it out and have a discussion as a country. I think that would have been the fair thing to do. Yeah. Right? But for the most part, I feel that this thing has gone off the hinges with both parties, and I feel that's where we as regular people, citizens, should be able to have an open discussion with our politicians and say enough is enough. On both sides, I'm talking about both sides because I've seen it, bro. I see both sides spewing this kind of thing and pointing fingers. But at the end of the day, it's one bird, two wings, but it's one bird. You know what I mean? When you say right wing, left wing, it's still the same bird. So they're both doing it, and I feel this has caused such a division between every nationality: blacks, whites, Hispanics. And I think people ourselves here as constituents or citizens, we need to rise up and really speak our minds and not be afraid to have open town halls with our own community, with our own politicians, whatever. If it's Democrats, Republican, we should be able. You should have on your refrigerator who's your council member, right? Who is your what do they call it? Your senator. These are things that we should know as basic as a community. And I know some of us don't want to get into the politics, but at the end, some of these policies do affect us as a community. So that's my thought.
It's good to speak on that.
Yeah.
I get it. But when you throw your hatred comments, that's a different story, you know? What do you think, Rose? What's your input on where we're at right now?
Mine's just for those kids, to see that, about, in front of their eyes, that's trauma to those kids.
For the rest of their life.
Well, yes, seeing something like that, I don't know. I feel bad for them and that. I mean, I see your point, what you're saying, but the man is like, I couldn't get into it with him. It's like, no, there was a lot of negativity on his part, how he came at people, when they're speaking.
Yeah. I mean, he had a lot of good topics, but at the same token, the inputs and what he talked about, what he would talk about Martin Luther King and and it's good to have an open discussion. Now, we got to think as Americans. We got to think as our people, everybody. Our people could be black, white, whoever. If we're living here, we got to look at each other equally. We got to get treated equally, Unfortunately, that's not what is happening right now, A lot of things are going on in the United States, and they're already sending out gente to other countries for deportation. It's sad and it sucks, but if we're going to hear him bash one race and bash the other one and we're priority, nah, man. Like you said, Alfred, hopefully we could sit down and have an open discussion where these leaders could sit down and talk about it,
The reason why I say that, Anthony, is because back in the Roman times, man, the forum of conversation where people would have it was a conversation where forum, meaning at that particular time it was called the ecclesia, right? It's considered a place where people have discussion, and I think for the most part, I feel that forum for some time now has been lost. Yeah. Meaning the place where we can all have open discussion. Whatever party you are, whatever nationality, whatever conversation, think about it. The United States has made it huge, has made it a big. For the most part, America has. We just have so much people coming with different mindsets, with different nationalities. So America has been able to open up. Right, you guys have heard this when it says, "We are a nation of immigrants," and that's true. That's true. But I feel that with that, it opens up that opportunity, that opens up that discussion where, okay, well, if we are part of this nation, and we do come with all these, with our own ideologies from home, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm Mexican, and I bring a lot of my culture and a lot of my traditions with me. Yeah. So therefore, when I come here and I get it, when I hear this stuff about learning think about it. Everybody that becomes a citizen, what is the first thing that they ask? Yeah. Is that you revise the Constitution. You understand, right? There's like 150 questions they ask you specifically about certain things about this country. So as out of respect, right? A lot of our people, think about it, we are one of the biggest, the Mexican culture or the Mexican community is one of the biggest, the biggest nationality that brings in a lot more citizens. Yeah. So therefore, a lot of them are learning things about this nation. But with that said, it just it's sad to that we come here and we, we are forced to choose the sides where we didn't have to. You see what I mean? We come running out of horrible, corrupt politicians out in our countries,
Yeah.
and we come here and we run into similar situation. So therefore, I feel that there should be an open forum where we can
Yeah.
all come in, have discussions. Just because we do have Colombians, Guatemalans, the Salvadorians, we do have Ecuadorians, Peruvians, we do have all these people, and these are considered the big Latino community, and I think we can make that change. You know what I mean? We're here. We should be able to rectify some of the things that have happened instead of dwelling on things that potentially could happen. As far as some of the things that I get it. Some people think, hey, I've gone through racism myself. I've done it. I've run. I encounter that. But that doesn't define me as a person, right? It's
Yeah.
like me. If like it's like me, I could come and tell somebody, hey, you are this way, but at the end of the day, I know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell me, hey, you're short. Of course I'm short. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but that's not gonna define really who I am. So at the end of the day, I feel that us as a community, we need to be able to have that point of discussion where we can say, hey, if this is something that's affecting us as a community, okay, let's talk about it. But at the end of the day, as community leaders, let's come up with an action plan on how we can tackle down all these issues. And I feel that that's what lacks sometimes. That we are expressing things, openly to people and culture, especially because you do have a podcast, a very important one. And I feel with him, I would have loved for that to happen. And I feel that it's sad and shameful that his message, could have caused this, And
Yeah.
so with that said, I think it's whom of us to really learn. It's kind of sad to say, but at the end of the day, what can we learn from this?
I think Rose hit it right on the mark. Her comment was just, I feel sad for the kids.
Kids, yeah, of course.
And I think T.L. said it on Facebook, kind of reading some of the comments that it's not us to determine where he goes.
Correct.
Which is true. But I do know he has some answers.
Yeah.
He has to answer some questions that they got for him, and it's got you, and it's sad, and we don't determine where they go, just like we don't determine who lives and who passes away, and with all those issues, like you mentioned, that we all got to come to the table. One of the people from Facebook says everything is divided. How do we bring them together? I think the first and foremost is that this country has been divided, and they both tend to have the religious beliefs of Jesus. But like I mentioned before on the other podcast, that the Jesus that they preach is not the same Jesus that we know, the same Jesus that the Gabacho came with us into the United States, to America, the continent of America, and conquering everybody and murdering everybody and speaking about in the name of Jesus. It's not the same Jesus, Everybody tends to have the right beliefs of Jesus, and it's not until you don't live no more and you go in front of them. We all got to give an explanation, I would hate to explain these things when I have the camera in front of me and we talk about all these issues of peace and everything, and I'll turn it around and, and bash it, Last week, it was a perfect example where I had the nightmare when I flipped the guy off. I gave him the birdie, and I was live on TikTok, and I told him, F you, and God dealt with me at that night, Like, okay, you think you're bad, and sure enough, he gave me this crazy dream, and I respect it, it's feed me. I shouldn't have done that, but you go, I don't pursue it. I'm not going to go over there and pick a fight with the camera and all this and that. See, because all this belongs to him, Excuse me. But all in all, I couldn't lead the crowd like that. So with the way that I believe of being racist, look, we raza, we're brown, somos Chicanos, and I know the way the ball bounces. We know that a lot of raza don't like morenos, morenos don't like raza, and we all got to live with each other, right? The Asians are there. They own most of the markets. They own most of the things, some of the properties. I get all that part, but we all got to live together, When it comes down to it, you can't break the races and the heritage that each race has to bring to the table, their culture, their environment, their upbringing. You can't just break that down and make them believe to the way that you want them to believe or act the way you want them to act. This is United States. You said it's the home of the immigrants, which is true. That's what makes America, all of us, homie. And we're the majority. That's the reason why they start breaking down the chain. What do you mean breaking down the chain? Well, homie, eventually Rasa's going to go up there. Eventually Rasa's going to become president, Eventually all of our kids that are going out there to college and all that and picking up big degrees, you don't think they're already in Congress? They're already pushing. We can't get a Chicano president, It's getting there. It's growing. And their population is dwindling. They're too busy fighting each other, from the Republicans to the Democrats, and all this mayhem. And they still want to break everything down for us and keep us down. Well, eventually we're going to grow, and we're going to keep on growing, I get it with the rules. I understand all that, but eventually our raza is going to grow. We got to make it to the top some way, somehow, and we're going to play fair. We ain't going to play dirty. We're going to get everything the right way. And I know we're going to have some obstacles, just like my grandma when she bought her house in Norwalk. Or we're going to move you into the one-ways. Why do I came out of the one-ways. I don't want a house in the one-ways. I want it in the Oscars. I want it where the white people are at. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because you know what? Your people are here. No. She was the first raza to have a house there in that whole entire block. They were all white, Eventually, raza started moving in, and, the oil money left. That's why there was a lot of Compton, Southgate. They were all white people, dog. Compton, Southgate, Downey, Norwalk, South Bay Springs. All that was oil money. What do you mean oil money? The refineries, the oil. It was there by the 710, all those big feria jobs that were out there. And when the oil started drying out here in the areas in Downey, Norwalk, and all that, they started moving out. They started shutting down the tanks. They started shutting down the refineries. They started shutting all that down. Start making houses on top of that, People start buying them. People falling for it and buying the pad. Oh, it's a brand new house, but there's oil on the ground. Oh, it ain't going to go through. Okay, if you say, homie. If you say, dog. Oh, it has a rubber concrete in the bottom, about 7 inches. And okay, if you say, dog,
I guess they still got that one, in Paramount?
Yeah.
Refinery?
Yeah. So all those refineries, a lot of gabachos were there because of those hollies, but they start shutting it down. And the gabacho, look at George Bush and all that. They're from Compton. They had good hollies out there. All that is gone, But you're right, homie. You're right. We should have open discussions. Yeah. We sit down and see the differences of each race, Republicans, Democrats, everybody. And I hope it does, homie. I hope we come to a peace and understanding of how we could all really make a difference into United States, because this is our country también, and we all got to live here. It does not belong to the gabachos. It does not belong to just the natives. It just not belongs to the Apaches or the Yaquis that they were Mexicanos. It doesn't belong just to us. It belongs to all of us, homie. If people from India came down here, well, también it belongs to them. If people from Japan and Korea and China, it belongs to them. They all had a piece of this participation of this economy to grow. All of us, homie. And no one's superior than another, homie, you know? But, unfortunately, that's the way it is right now, but it's okay. Long as we keep on pushing, doing our part, fighting with the cities, fighting with the counties, fighting with the states, hey, we can make a difference, homie, We're not here to promote violence. We're not here to promote a live execution. This is what we should do. Or that race is more dumber than that one. Or, we're not about that. God made everybody equal like that. Some more with more gifts than others, more wiser than other people. Some might be smarter than other one, but that other one will beat them in the gift of doing this on with his hands. And, we're building his image, homie,
It's like, I like what you said last time when we had, what's his name, Morenito that was here.
You could barely hear you.
Sorry about that. Remember the gentleman that we brought, he was a biker, but Morenito.
Yeah.
And then you were telling them like, hey, we understand where the gifts are, right? And then I think you were saying some you guys are built different, right? Man, you were saying the sense of we're all different, right? It's kind of like, hey, you guys can play basketball, right? Yeah. But then we can play soccer, So it's like, you were having that open discussions and then really just expressing the importance of being different and the gift of being different,
Yeah, no, that's true. Everybody's different and gifted different, Ray wants to ask a question. What is it, Ray?
Call in, Ray.
Let me see. Where's
Call in, Ray.
What's my new phone number?
Oh,
I don't know.
Jeez.
You want to call in? I'll give you the number.
You don't got my new number here?
The new number? Yeah. No.
Okay, well, call in, Ray.
Call in, Ray. Give them the numbers. 714
714
464
464
07. Hold on. 714 464 0747.
0747.
Hold on. Let me confirm.
Put it up there on YouTube.
Hold on. I'm gonna put it. Hold on.
Hey, what's up, Nadine? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Rachel? How you doing? Hey, you guys. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in.
Golly, espérame.
What's up, you guys?
Yeah, 714-46. Here it is. 464-0747. Yep. 714-464-0747.
Hey, call up Ray. Ray, I was busted with Ray. Me and him were gamblers out there.
All right, he'll call in right now when he hear it.
Okay, I can't. My homeboy. Okay, call in, Ray, because I can't really read it from up there, homie.
Yep, 714-464-0747. Call in, man. Give your opinion, man. I think it's important. I'm putting it up on the chat on the YouTube Yarda. They can call in studio. And listen, I think
wants to visit. Okay, Ray says I got a homeboy.
Okay,
that's doing life in Pelican Bay. He just got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. That you only have a few weeks left to live. Could be longer. But this sister wants to visit. Let me see.
Wow, that's crazy.
I can't see it.
No? It goes out?
Yeah. I can't see it. Ray, call in, homie, on YouTube. There's a thing. No, that's all right.
Studio 714-464-0747.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me see.
Let's see what happens. We'll wait and see. We'll wait for Ray to call in, bro. We got it. The connection's ready to go. But you know what, Anthony? I'm glad you brought that up, brother, because I know that there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of things, hatred from both sides.
Yeah.
I think it's important to say, at the end of the day, I think regardless of politics, I feel that you said it, and I think it's for the families. I think Rosie said it. I think for the most part is there was no reason why to do that execution style on front of his family, his
Yeah.
kids, and then
Or his thought of doing that to
correct,
somebody else.
correct,
Both
exactly, both
both
ways.
sides,
No,
both
on both
ways.
sides. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
I don't think it was right, dog. And it's just
no,
you
it's
know,
not right. I don't think we should have so much hatred to really call out death on anybody on both sides. And I think that's one of the things that we as a community, or even that we in general as a
yeah.
population, I think what
Okay.
what's
Here
happened.
Dispensa, here he goes. My homeboy got life in prison. He's in Pelican Bay. He has a few weeks to live. He has stage 4 cancer. You know him, but the sister wants to visit him, but she has a little background from back in the days. How does she go about it? Oh, well, you got to write a letter, homie. If the case ain't that bad, they can release him out of prison.
Yes.
I've seen that. No,
Yes.
we've seen that. I've seen it. They release the individual from prison, but it depends what it is. You know, uh, who knows? Velvet says, Ray, I would have the sister visit the brother every day. I just happened to have my little brother, and I guess she's explaining the story, but I would do that. I will file for it, and with the warden, and
With the warden, the governor, the senator out there, write letters and that,
oh,
letting
that's
them
hard.
know. I know.
Imagine that's hard, homie. Being incarcerated with cancer, and I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen people pass with cancer in prison. You know, they're too sick, and next thing you know, we heard that they passed. But yes, this topic was very hard, homie.
It's
It,
a tough conversation to have because I have people on both sides.
put your
Your,
mic on.
your mic on.
Sorry, it's tough. I turned off because it sounds
Yeah,
the air. It's tough because I got friends and family on both sides. You know what I mean? So having that discussion, all I'm doing is stay neutral and say, hey, have those open discussions. Yeah, as much as you hate it, as much as you have it, it's tough. But you need to be able. I need to be able to have that discussion with you
yeah,
to be able to understand a train of thought. That's why I said, where have we gone as a nation where we can have an open discussion on whatever it is? I mean,
yeah,
back in the 70s and the 80s, you can have these discussions. Nobody would kill you or shoot you. You know what I mean? Well, how far have we gone on both sides
yeah,
where a specific message from whoever it is
yeah,
on both sides could get people killed?
yeah.
No,
That is
so
true.
two wrongs are never going to make a
Make it
right.
right. That's
So
right.
when we're talking about, his messaging and your messaging, well, yeah, and your action. See, so now we're saying somebody said it like this. They said somebody starts with a message, then it starts into a thought, then it starts into an action, and then it becomes what it became, what
Yeah,
happened now. Somebody said something that the other person could have been hurt from it,
yeah,
where it pushes that person to actually think more. Well, you know what? Since you said that and you're speaking hate on my thought, I'm gonna make happen of what I think it's right. And
yeah.
see, and sometimes death. I mean,
Alive.
Alive.
unalive somebody really is just not the way to go.
That's
At
not
the
the
end of
way
the
to
day,
go.
we should always have as humans, we should be
Yeah,
able, regardless of your nationality or faith or color or train of thought or whatever party, whatever you are, we should come together as a nation or
yes,
people and just have an open discussion.
yeah.
I want to be able to hear why.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, homie.
Yeah.
Did Jesus ever do that? Neglect people because of the color of their skin?
I don't think he never did.
No. I think when he was feeding the kids and the wives and everybody, there had to be a variety of individuals, you know?
You know
Uh,
what? Actually, as I'm thinking, there was one time where Jesus kind of said, "Hey, um, it was in regards to the you know, remember the lady, the Greek lady, and she says, but the little dogs. Remember, it was talking about the
Yeah.
crumbs, and he said, hey, it's not for you, and it's not. And remember, it was he was focused more right now because his mission at that
Yeah.
particular time was towards the Jews.
Yeah.
So he was talking about it, but this lady, I think she was Greek or something out of the Jews, and she says, but Lord, you know, out
Even
of
the-
those little crumbs that you're
even
giving,
the dogs eat.
even the little dogs eat it. And I think that just shows us not only not only the faith of the woman,
Yeah.
but it just shows us the compassion. You know, the compassion point of Jesus and saying, you know what, you're right, because of your faith, and because you know you're not even a Jew, which wasn't my mission right now to speak to you.
Yeah.
Here you are, boom, it is done.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
He never spoke like that, bro. You know, and I think if you're gonna be on that platform and all that, dog, I think you gotta represent them right, homie. You know,
yeah,
we don't do that here, dog. We don't preach a Bible thump, and you know, we believe in God, we believe in Jesus, and we'll say stories and everything. And you know, there's gonna come a time where you're gonna have a special moment with Him, and it's gonna work out with you, you know, and you're gonna come to the altar and do all that. You know, we just like to give testimonies, talk,
right.
have positive things, and you know, and it is His podcast, you know, and it's feedback. And I like it. We got Crazy Rose over here, falling asleep.
She's going everywhere, man.
Yeah, everywhere we got Crazy Rose, and believe me, she cusses up a storm. But when we're here, she is on her best behavior.
Gots to.
She's in the truck right there, my truck with her little whiskey bottle. What do they call it? A flask? The flask? That's what it's called, the flask.
Mm.
Yeah, her
Before,
pito,
right?
her frajo. Look at here, man. Check this out, fool. I mean, hey, we're going in. Okay. She's always in her best behavior when it comes down to this, because she knows and she respects it. One thing for sure, that, man, she's like, we click real good. Like, you know, like, okay, what's up? Where you at? Where, you know? And I like working with her because she's fast and she gets it done, and I don't have to go over it again. And, you know, I know we haven't done a lot of filming because we've been so busy, but when she shows up out of nowhere, like, because I have to drive her over here. So she pulls up to the pad like, what's up? Like, we're in the water. It's in the water, you know what I mean? Like, what's up, man? You know, it brings back a lot of memories. And I love having her around. She's real cool, and she gets along with my family, my kids. My kids love her, you know, and it's like, okay, let's go to work. Let's go handle business. But, you know, all in all, this podcast we do share it with everybody.
That's right.
And there's people here that, you know, we're not hardcore Bible thumpers. We're not preaching behind the pulpit, but when it comes down to God, we give him his. And one thing about her, when it comes down to God, she gives him his, you know what I mean? Like, okay, if it's God time, it's God time. And that's the way it should be, you know? But here, we're all welcome. Skin color, atheist or whatever. Hey, Kylie, you're more than welcome, you know? But we do respect everybody, you know? I'm not there to disrespect anybody or put them down, you know what I mean? Or bash them because of this, you know? We're not the YouTube yarda. Yeah, see, that vato from Chicago. You know, it was in Blue Devil doing his input on a video that the chubby vato from Chicago, talking madness about hood stocks. And that vato's in Chicago. And I don't, you see that, he's all like, he's with this tank top, big old gordillo. Like, oh, wait a minute, dog. You didn't even live in LA, homie. You live in Chicago, big dog. You know, and one thing about Lucky from Hood Stocks, he goes wherever. He don't care. He don't trip, you know. Yeah. But it's just drama, and we don't talk about men like that. You know what I mean? We don't, hey, man, you know what? Hey, today, and then the vato going to have one like that. And please, dog, save all that level 10 bull crap to tell the stories up in the yard, homie. Who cares where you been at, what tacas you got, who you run with, or it's irrelevant, homie. You know, when you come out here in life, then you handle your business, homie. If you have a personal beef with somebody, get off the freaking camera, get off that damn phone, jump on the phone, and call that fool up, dog. Tenga huevos, güey. Go back to the old school, dog.
That's what I'm
Call
talking
that
about.
fool out and go deal your business, homie. Because all this weedy with the hyena, with the vato, and hey, he said, she said, man, stop it, dog. Just get off the damn phone. Tenga huevos. And
You
call
missed
them
it,
up,
Rosie.
dog.
Rosie, man. Oh my God, you should have seen a couple weeks ago, man. Anthony, man, had us going, man. Tears. And he was going on this story. I think you were talking about. I think it was that time when what's his name was here, and oh no, where your son was here, and we were just like,
But that's the truth. You know what I mean? Why you have something to say, go call that fool. Turn out the freaking camera.
that's it.
You know? Or if
It's
you want to have
true.
it on, here, let me call it up. The camera's here. Hey, watchate, gordo. It's like this, fool, like that. Kyle, homie, this is my address, dog. Come on down, dog. I'll wait for you, homie. You ain't got to sign no contract. Just go handle the old school way, homie.
Old school.
You don't
that's
see
right.
that no more. You know, you
No.
don't see street fights. Yeah, is that right? Bam, 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 bam. Get down like busted nose, busted teeth. His tooth fell out. Like, damn, look at that fool. Got the best of it. Y ya, güey, ¿estás bien, güey? I'm all right. All right, then fool a rato. And then jump in the cars and take off. Like,
That's it.
what just happened? I think that vato on the tank top got the best of them. Yeah, it's freedom or whatever, you know? And then you go about your business. Now you don't, man. Now you take it to YouTube, Facebook.
Oh, what is that other one? What's that other one where everybody's bashing everybody on there?
What's it called?
Reddit?
Reddit.
Reddit.
Yeah,
Reddit.
Reddit.
It's
It
like,
was on there like, oh, you know, F you, F that. And, you know, like, I don't want to hear it. Miss me with that crap. I don't want you know what I mean? Dispensa, cuéntate, and like, just do you, live life, enjoy life.
That's true.
Life is short, you know?
That is true, man.
Life is very short. Enjoy your life. Enjoy what you got going on and be feeding me about it. And if you got a conflict, then go tell
Handle it.
that person.
Handle it.
Right, Rose?
but that's how I learned growing up. I don't know all this
Yeah.
nonsense now. He said, she said, and
I like how you are. Just
I
cut
just-
it and that's it. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to go around the bush. I'm not going to go around the block and go back and forth. It's just no is no and that's it. And I'm like, easier for me. Let's get out of here. You know? And I
I
like,
hate arguing. God, I hate that arguing back and forth. It don't make no sense. I mean, if you're coming, deal with it. And if you're not gonna do it, then get out of here.
can we get like the YouTube out of that room?
I mean, I'm serious. I mean, if you got something to say, say it.
Say
If
it.
there's a problem, you know what? You can call me. You know where I live. Whatever the situation.
Come on
But I'm
down.
not gonna
see
stand there
me.
and argue with you either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It don't make no point. It
Yeah.
don't.
And a lot of times is when you stay silent, you say a lot, you know?
Well, yeah.
It's like, you know what? I don't have to hear it. I don't have to deal with it. And whatever's clever, homie. You know, don't fall into the trap because that's all it is. And you know it's a trip. I mentioned this to Alfred
Mm-hmm.
that's the spirit of comadrismo.
Mm.
What do you mean? Yeah, they hung around with their mom too long. They hung around with their jefita. No fuiste con los hombres, homie. You didn't go with your dad. What do you mean? Yeah, you hung around with your mom too much because your mom and her comadres and her sisters are like that. Oh, Tencha, no le fue este hijo de la... You know what I mean? And, dude, ya le dio las nachas. And like, what the hell? I gotta hear that crap, you know? My mom used to be like that. Like, man, my everything would be like, she used to say this, Alfred. She used to say this. Let me see. Uno se enfada, mijo. Tú sabes. Y el mismo pescado no está bien. Like, what the heck? And she'd be with her comadres, right? Like, Mom, why are you talking like that? Mijo, el mismo pescado no está bien. You know, like in other words, she's cheating. It's okay. The same fish. It's it's
Normal,
not good.
yeah.
You know, like, damn. And they'd be like, right there in the always, dog. No fue esta hija de la... Le dio las nachas y ya, ¿pa' qué? ¿Ya pa' qué? Like, God damn. Like, and people who still continue like that, they hung around with them. They still with their jefita all that time. I didn't. I don't gossip. I got something to say, I'll go say it, homie. You know? Let's go deal with it. You know, but a lot of YouTubers, you could tell they were raised by their jefitas, you know, and they still like that.
That's true.
You know? And it still goes on. They want to gossip in front of the camera.
Yeah.
They want to gossip, homie. Talk about positive things. Talk about encouraging things.
Making things happen.
Making things happen. Go out there. Go promote. Go do. Go show. Go support. You know? Be about it, you know? That's crazy, huh?
That's wild, man.
El mismo pescado. What did she say? No es bueno.
That's bueno.
What the heck? What a trip, huh?
That's wild, man. But it's true, man. You hit something that's true, man. It's life is too short, man. Life is too short, and I think we just need to live it to the fullest, man. And always remembering that, you know, everything that we do, man, everything that we do here on earth, man, everybody's watching and seeing. So
Yeah.
always make sure that, hey, you're living it to the fullest, and at the same time, man, protecting, you know, your integrity and people around you, because, you know, you just want to live right. And like you said, it's just being positive, you know?
Chris, tell Anthony, hi. I saw him a few weeks ago with Art Limon. I look at a photo with my friend, was Doc from the Mongols. Hi, Rosie, Chris says. Yes, this guy from they were doing the interview, and he was an older cat. He had a Vietnam hat, and he's all like, yeah, I had a crew. I watch you, homie. I follow you on the feed, man. Where's Rosie? I'm like, she's somewhere, dog. I don't know where she's at, dog. They asked me, I go, she's in a mission, dog. I don't know. And she's like, all right. Hey, but I follow you, Holmes. And I was part of a crew, too. And he rolls up his sleeve, and he has an old Mongols tattoo.
Really?
He goes, I was one of the first 14s to be a Mongol. There was 14 of us.
Wow.
They called me Dog, and he was on a wheelchair,
Oh.
like a powered chair. I'm like, that's right. I can't take a picture of that. He goes, yeah. And the tattoo was all faded, like from the 70s,
Well, yeah.
the 80s, the 60s, late, 69, right?
Yeah.
All faded. I'm like, that's Friedman, you know? But, yes, we did the interview with Art Limon and all that.
Well, that's cool.
Sandy, nailed it, Anthony Tavares on point. Arguing is a waste of nonsense. Yes, it is. Arguing, going back and forth. And you ain't got to deal with all that nonsense. I ain't squint at the homie. If you ain't going to bust no grape, homie, I don't want to hear it, dog.
It's about helping one another, you know. Especially now the holidays are coming and that, you know, there's a lot of people out there, you know, ain't got nothing.
Got nothing. Going through some tough times.
Yes.
You know? What do you think? What do you think about the holidays coming up? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. You know, to
So
get
what-
out there.
You know what? Somebody asked me about this. So what do you think about that Canelo fight?
Oh, my.
Vato sold out.
Oh, yeah.
He sold out.
Man.
Oh, no, he got whooped. Yes, he did. But
Yeah,
he also
did.
sold out. He wanted 200 for Benavides. Nobody was going to give him 200. But here comes along Crawford with Dana White. 150 million. Oh, I'll take it. Oh, you're going to get a beat down. I'll take the 150 million.
And a
He
beat
took
down it was.
And a beat down it was. You know?
That was crazy.
Hey, you know he couldn't beat him no more, bro. He's out the door. But the good fight was the Martinez and that other guy from Canada.
Yeah,
They went
yeah.
at it good. You know, they went toe to
The
toe.
Guatemalan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah, man. The guy was like, man. Hey, do you think that was a stolen fight, in your opinion?
I'm not gonna lie. I think right when I seen the Moreno in his highlights, I went for the Moreno.
Okay.
I think the issue is Martinez could grow some more strength
Right.
by pushing him because that's what drained him.
Yeah.
The push. And he should have stepped to the side like Tyson, and you know, because you got to step out because he kept on just charging.
Yeah.
He could still grow. The Moreno, I don't think he could grow no more. He was bad, homie.
Yeah.
I think he won it by 1 point, if anything. But they love the comeback.
Yeah.
They love how that youngster came back. A
Mhm.
hit for a hit, one power hit, two uppercuts and a hook. Boom, boom, boom,
Mhm.
boom.
Yeah.
They love how he would come back. That last round we hit him with that power punch. The guy came back with the four combination. Boom,
That's
boom,
right.
boom, boom. Like,
That's right.
but all in all, Canelo sold out for 150 million,
Bro,
and he got beat down.
the other one that shocked me was the Vargas.
Oh, Vargas
I
is
was
not.
not expecting that. I mean, the guy's undefeated.
No, but he's not a good boxer, bro.
I
He's
know,
just,
but this guy comes out of nowhere. Walsh, the
yeah,
Irish guy comes from out of nowhere.
yeah,
He comes up from nowhere. He comes in with what? That was 19-0, right?
yeah. The youngster,
The yo-
the younger brother's the best one.
Yeah, but I was shocked. I mean, well, and you know who was the Irish's coach? The guy
Roach.
Roach from Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
So is he building another champion? Irish people are strong
They're
people,
strong.
man.
Lisa says boxing is not the same like it was back in the
No,
days.
that's true.
Well,
That's true.
Crawford's back in. Crawford's in.
Well at the end he said I think there was a conversation at the end he said he might retire. So he might have a
Oh,
he said at the end he says, "Hey, so is this?" I think the commentator asked him and said, "Hey, so is this are you really contemplating on this being your last fight?" And he was like, "Well, I'm going to talk it over with my team and my family." Guy has 7 kids.
yeah.
So and imagine those 7 kids are baby. They're little, so they do require
I
a little
think
bit
he
of
has
time.
2 more belts to catch up to Mayweather, I think. And
Golly.
if he does, then he could beat Mayweather. I just don't like how Mayweather thought he was the best boxer. He wasn't the best boxer.
Nah.
This Crawford guy is bad, dog.
No, I think what happened, and I'll be honest with you, is the Canelo Canelo selling himself twice. You know what I mean? Because he came in with Mayweather at 23 years old.
Yeah.
So there was no
Twice.
need. There was no
You
need for
said it
Canelo
right.
to actually come in and take on this fight with Mayweather. There was no need. He's
There
23.
was no way, but at the same token, is he going to be like Benavides?
Right.
See, he hasn't
Right.
made the $1 million fights. He's not a multi-millionaire, dog. So you also got to think about it that route, too, because who's going to give you the fights? Just like Sugar Shane Mosley, nobody gave him the fights.
Mm.
It wasn't until De La Hoya let him step in. And De La Hoya said he would hate sparring with that guy because he would beat him.
No, you're right.
You know, so
You're right.
it's like who gets the opportunity, you know. So I'm hoping he gets up there like homeboy, but he also has a alcohol brand.
Mm-hmm. That's
Is he
true.
gonna go down? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Things that you got to look at from all corners and all angles. I believe it's gonna go down. I believe that that goes that. You know, how long can you have your brand?
Right.
Can you be like just like Money Mayweather? His brand went down.
Right.
You know, his brand is just about talking smack now.
But you know what? The other thing that caught my eye is these two promoters. You know, you got somebody that's coming from Saudi Arabia,
Yeah,
with money, and then you got Dana White, who's not. I mean, he has the UFC, but
yeah.
he's not a boxing fan. I really think Oscar De La Hoya is paying attention to this little
Yes.
partnership because this is making a lot of money, and he knows it.
It does. I mean, you know what I mean? You got to look at it from all angles of money making, you know. And the boxing game is a harsh game, dog. And I know it because we were there with my son.
Yeah.
We got to partake with Andy and the professionals and all that. It was just it's scandalous, dog.
I bet.
Boxing is scandalous. You know, they'll do you dirty like a dirty dog, homie. And for those say that, oh, it's a poor man's sport, you got to get picked up, dog. Not anybody picks you up.
Mm-hmm.
So that person that picked you up, it's either corrupt or cartel or somebody, dog, you know? Or they got to have money. They got to have big money, dog, to travel, expenses. You need big feria. And then you need after you done all that, then of course you get your sponsorships and all that. But sponsorships don't cover a lot of things, dog.
Mm.
You still got to train. You still got to pay your coaches. You still got to pay your sparring people, you know, and you got to look for them. And it's a lot of work, homie, a lot of money. You want a kid that wants to come up and you keep on pushing them and take them to tournaments, nationals, silver gloves, golden gloves, grand nationals. by the time he's 18, dog, you done and wasted about 80 grand. Around there, dog. If he's little, all the way to about 18, about 80 grand. Oh, that's not true. Okay, then you must be rich, homie. You know, because you need to travel.
True.
You got airfares, hotels, gas, and you still got to go pay the coaches, or if you're the dad, you're the coach. You still, okay, you saved on that. But what about airfare? You know, are you going to be there 24/7? Because you still got to work and provide to have some finances.
No, that's true.
You know?
And actually, Crawford was training for a whole year. So think about it. Where is he training at? At the gym? You know, he's paying money. He's paying for his whole team to be there available for him for a year to prepare for this fight. So think 1 year this guy was just focused, laser focused. That's why I initially when I started seeing all the commercials about the Canelo and Crawford fight, it rubbed me wrong. And I'll be honest with you, the reason why it rubbed me wrong is because Crawford, you know, the way they picture his videos were family man, Omaha, you know, small boy from a small town. And then you got Canelo with these big old Lamborghinis and flashy stuff. And I just felt that was like, guys, come on.
Well,
is this the way for a, you know, greatest fighter to go out? I think that's my question. I mean,
that's nonsense. That's a no-no. Because how are you gonna flash where you know your gente is getting swept up by ice and all this? Hey, let me have $1 million watch. Let me have 4 of these, and you know you don't do. I mean, to each his own. You could do that if you want to. That's fine. But where the fame and the fortune and the finances and all that get to your head, you don't flash it like that, Holmes. If you're rich, you're rich. That's fine. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and bring the camera, so I'm gonna purchase this $1 million watch.
No,
do that. And are people getting swept up? Why don't you bring up some legal matters? Why don't you bring up a group of lawyers, which it was what, $4 million for the watches? Get some lawyers and bring up some cases and let them. You know, I've always remember the words that people used to tell me, and you don't need to brag about none of this.
Right.
People will brag for you. You know, people will brag, hey, man, he got some feed me ranfla. Oh, he has it. And if you catch me on camera, then that's feed me. I'm just going by Cuba, whatever. You know, a lot of times the feria gets to their head. And I seen it with Andy Reese and all them, dog. They wouldn't train. They wouldn't, and like, damn, he would pull up to the gym for about 30, 40 minutes, and he'd take off in his Lamborghini. I'm not hating, you know, and I seen him when he was broke, you know, and then they were all jumping this little ranflita, everybody. They had no money for the rent, and it was hard for them, dog. I'm not gonna lie. Like Andy Reese, that's when I seen it in the making. They were all come together. They were all eat together. They were all work out together. Well, when he made it big, he just pulled up with him and his homie on the Lamborghini.
Something changed. Something changed.
That was it. And, you know, they all separated, and he did his thing now, you know. And I just told me, don't let the feria, just because all these people are booking you, Jimmy Kimball and all these people, and it was just fine, but they weren't there before you were broke, millionaire, you know? So they're going to be there even after you make the millions. But concentrate on your hale first, which is boxing. You have the championship right now. Don't let it go. Train even harder, because this Moreno's going to come even harder. Did they? Oh, hell no. He gained, what, 40 pounds?
Well, think about it. Crawford went up two sizes, man. 2 weight sizes to actually fight. So at the end of the day, this guy was the underdog. Not only the underdog, but he was also underweight. And you know what happens when you go up a class, man. You're heavy, man. And this guy was able to beat him. Why? Because I feel the training. Training
on his weight.
Correct.
Shay asked him, now that you have your money, why don't you buy a luxury vehicle? He says, nah. He goes, don't tell me you got a truck. He goes, I got a 2,500. Bring your car and I'll tow it. I love when he said that, because he's a truck man like me, you know, like, I got a 2,500. Bring it. I'll tell you, run fly out of here, you know. But it's true, you know. Stay humble and don't
Yeah.
let money change you.
Yeah.
When it starts changing you, you know. One thing I like about Rose
Mm-hmm.
is that for sure, Holmes and Mando Commando, she don't let fame change her.
Mm-hmm.
She may not be making big feria. She makes her little feria, but fame don't change her. That's she stays humble, but she lets you know when you're wrong, and that's it. White is white, black is black, and that's it. And ya estufas, and then it cut. And it's not like, okay, well, let's sit down here, let's negotiate. No, she just cuts everything, but she remains humble. Right, Rose?
I think that's how you should be, you know, like how you guys saying about money. No, I mean, I came in this world with nothing, and I'm going to leave with nothing. So you know what? It's all material stuff, and I'm not all into name brands and all this. I care less.
So, a question for you, Rose. When it comes down to cutting, right? Because Anthony mentioned about you cutting. You mentioned that it's sometimes you let go. The, do you think why when you cut relationships, when you say, "Hey, is it worth giving people a second chance?" Are you on for that? Or were you willing to give people a second chance or no?
It all depends on the situation. I mean, when I let go, I let go. I don't look back. I go forward.
I am your manager. Okay, example. I am your manager, and again, I don't know if that happens or not. I'm just giving you a little view of it. I am your publicist, right? And I want to do the best I can, but then I go into Rose and I say, Rose, I'm gonna be going to this over here to promote your brand, right? Because you are a brand. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. In the next 6 months, I'm gonna end up going to 13 locations to promote your brand. Each one is gonna be $200,000 to $300,000, right? $3,000 each. Later on, you find out that this publicist never showed up on any of these things. After you understood that this thing right here is not gonna go well, this publicist come back and say, "Hey Rose, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do that to you. I'm sorry I took, I was supposed to do a duty. Would you give me that opportunity again?"
No.
In Las de Feria?
Last of Feria?
Yeah. No, no.
I'm saying, hey, I'm telling her, hey, I'm going to go to 10 locations, promote your brand, meaning like, hey, here's Rose. Look, check it out. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to get some outcome out of it.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. It's going to be $1,500 each time I go because I got to spend my gas, my food, blah, blah, blah. In 6 months, you're not hearing anything from these locations. You know, he's gone through, and then later on he comes back and says, sorry, nothing happened. Later on, you find out, you call these people, you have your manager to call, hey, call this place to see what's going on. Did they really show up? This person, hey, did you have my publicist there? Did he go promote? No, never showed up. It was never there.
So you would cut him, Rose?
Would you cut me, Rose?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and never again, even if you
Never
have
again?
No, because you know what? You show me, and it's all about loyalty.
damn.
It's about loyalty, you know, as my manager and that, you know, we got to be loyal to as one another. You know what? You say you're going to do this. Well, you know, you come in with your word, and you told me you're going to do this for me, but you ain't showing me nothing. Why am I going to stay with you? Because you ain't showing me, but yet I'm putting out all this, and you ain't showing. No, I gotta cut you loose.
Wow.
Golly.
I can't.
Keyword loyalty. I think it's important, right? Loyalty. I think
Yeah.
that builds. It builds. That word really brings in some weight.
That's hard.
Some weight.
So
Yeah.
what's up, homie? I'm your manager. Why are you kicking me to the curb, fool?
No. But it's just like a relationship. You know what? It's honesty, loyalty, and that. And if you ain't got that, then why you staying there? I mean, you let that person do it once, it's going to keep doing it and doing it. And it's like, you know what? I ain't got time for that. Kick rocks.
That's good. That's good.
I'm open. I'm like, I'll hear them out. You know what I mean? To me, I hear them out. But at the same time, you know, when it's crossed over to that side. And,
Brother, I already did that to you 10 times. I mean, meaning like I did this. Okay, hear me out. I come back to you. Now, think about this, okay, for a second. I'm your publicist. I came through for the last 5 years. I happened to go into a situation where, hey, I need a little bit of money. Unfortunately, the only way for me to portray that, I'm embarrassed to tell you this. I'm gonna go and take care of some stuff for you. I'm gonna go take care of it, and then, but at the end, I'm taking care of myself because of my
Yeah.
situation.
And you know, it's true. It has happened. It's
Mm-hmm.
happened in our line, her
Yep.
line, my line. It's
Okay.
happened.
Yes.
Especially us where we're at. You know, we ain't big time, but we're out there, and it has happened, dog.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate, but you know, I'm more of a understanding
Mm.
than Maria. Maria will be like, oh hell no. And
Good,
I
Maria.
gotta sit down and like, okay, look, this is that, this is that, and you know, even though it's better to make that move,
Yeah.
she'll still be like, hell no, it's on you, you know, and it's like, oh man, you know, like,
Because but at the end, you want to give that person the benefit of the doubt. I mean, after I feel that, I think that just speaks of compassion. I mean, and I'm not saying
Yeah.
Rose, you don't have the compassion, but I feel that you're very, you did this to me. You go into this seclusion where I'm not gonna get hurt again. I'm not going through that anymore. But there's people that are willing to say the portion of, oh, now that I understand your situation, you should have came through and just have that discussion, right? Being open about it,
Well, that's true.
right?
But I've been through that.
Mm.
But when you're telling me one thing and that, and I'm listening to something else and I'm seeing, but yet you're still lying to me.
Mm. But it only happened that one time. Like, for example, I went into this tour. I took care of you. I went to these 10 locations. Uh, I could have gone to 3 or 4. You got a couple calls and say, hey, we want to book you. The other 6, unfortunately, the other 1,500
Mm-hmm.
didn't come through. Would you be considerate and say, hey,
Well, yeah, it all
Okay.
depends on the situation,
Gotcha.
you know. But like I said, I've been through this, you know. You're supposed to get so many in that, and you ain't got nothing.
but it's my first time.
see, you know,
But I get what you're saying. Yeah, it all depends on the situation and
Situation, gotcha.
stuff, you know, what it was about, how it was about, and that. Yeah, there's always. But when you keep putting in somebody's head, it's like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and keep
Gotcha.
saying and that, but you ain't seeing no results, but yet you want money, money, money,
yeah.
but you ain't bringing nothing to make that money. So how are you going to keep pushing? It's like, no, I got to cut you.
Got it. Understood. Perfect.
You
That's
know,
good.
Like I mentioned, I would like working with her because her no's are no's, her yeses are yeses. I
Good.
don't have to sit there and think about it.
Negotiate, right?
whatever.
It's like, oh man, am I gonna negotiate?
Like she's been around. I've
Mhm.
been around, so we catch a lot of things on Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, female, no, let's go this way, let's go that way. Who's better? And she's dealt with individuals that I'm dealing with, and she'll be like, hey, be careful. Hey, you know, and the vice versa, which is cool, you know, but I've been around longer than her on
Mm-hmm.
the business.
Sure.
So I'm more alert, more trucha, but I like it because I like when she's around because when it's no, it's no.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to question it because she already been through something and I don't want to go through it. Now with me, I'm a little bit more understanding. I'm a little bit wiser on certain things and more open mind. But if we have to go through that route again, then that's firme. First time around, I have my heart open.
Mm.
We're gonna do it this way. Second time around, okay, now it's on now. Todo se va. You know what I mean? Todo se vale. I'm gonna close my heart, open up my mind, use wisdom, and what's best for all of us. Not just
Mhm.
you, but for me, but for all of us. Now I come prepared the second time around. You can't play me twice like that. You can play me once. It's firme. Okay, that's cool. I've already expected that, so I don't need to sit there and call you up and, hey, man, hey, you know, because I already know that. You know, a snake will bite you, homie.
Mm.
A snake will bite you, dog.
And you want
So-
that
You
snake
know,
to bite
But at the
twice.
same time, it's good to have it around when you have rodents and all that. You know, boom, I tell homie, you ain't gonna bite me again. And after I'm done with you, I'm gonna eat you, homie. I'm gonna skin you, dog. Make you a freaking bout, homie.
So I got a question for both of you since it's coming up, and I think that you guys both share that you've been burnt before, right? The word. I'm sorry, I say that. So what I know that the word greed can potentially can potentially rub people the wrong way, but it causes action, right? So, in your guys' opinion, do you guys think that that word greed sometimes overtakes people and over surpass the portion of greed, meaning wanting money instead of relationship, friendship, partnership?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Good to know. Now, when that happens, do we? Have you guys experienced that in a sense where um you guys mentioned it that it's happened before? Why do you guys think that? I mean, I know the word greed because of greedy people, but do you think that that's something that's people are so accustomed to? I mean, regularly to do that. I mean, have you guys seen? And again, I don't know. You might think that, like for example, use an example. If somebody of somebody that done this, right? Because you guys mentioned that somebody's done that. Do you guys see this consistently between people that are constantly doing this, burning
Some.
people?
Some.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to expose
Okay.
anything by any means.
Look, bro.
I'm not. I don't know the type of business. That's why I'm kind of
Well,
trying to understand.
Where I'm at and where she's at is two different
Mm-hmm.
levels.
Mm,
More of a business type.
gotcha.
She's more of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So entertainment and business kind of flows together because I'm a promoter. That's where
Mhm.
the part links with her.
Gotcha.
So I link the name and then she links up with me and then we're able to do moves. Now, we have to always be careful because in the entertainment business, which
Mhm.
I know because I promote, I've done big shows, I've done stuff, okay? Movie sets or whatever the case might be. Nothing big for me, but I've seen it. I got her on board. She's done some stuff. So you see a lot of como se dice, opportunists.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
And they'll try to jump on board. They'll try to jump on top of her.
mm,
And she'll throw them off, like, get off me, Rock. And that's what you have to do.
mm,
Now with her, why I love working with her because there's no holding back with one another of the conectas.
mm.
You can't, the Bible says you can't throw your pearls among swines.
Yeah.
So whatever you have, you just can't throw it at people because they'll squash you, they'll walk over you, they'll take your conectas and never really associate with you and nunca le chingaron to get there.
Mm,
So she busts his butt, I bust butt, and she will always come with all her conectas to me. Like, this is what I have. What do you want? Hey, I got this, I got that, I got, like, no stopping her. Right when she sees me and we haven't seen each other a couple of weeks, she's like, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. What's up, homie? What do you want? What should we do? Or whatever. See, that tells me she's hungry, homie.
yeah.
That means she's eager to go and do and go
Right.
film. Now, it comes hand in hand with her
Mm-hmm.
because I could do her reels and she could promote me. And then I could turn around and promote her because she has a good face of the social media.
Mm-hmm.
And she has the attention of the young girls and the people that been through some stuff. I got the attention of the homies or the barrio or whatever it might be. I got their attention. So it comes hand in hand. Why? Because we could film, we could promote, we could do this, and it helps me. And I help her as much as I can and to do a video or whatever the case might be. Sometimes I'm too busy, but she understands that. She's not like, hey, dog, where you been at, fool? Hey, check yourself. You know, hey, we were supposed to do this. We were supposed to do that. And she knows that I got to go up north or go to Arizona or go do this. But she never holds back on the conectas. Now, somebody that just want to come in and like, hey, let me be a part of it. Let me do this. Let me do that. You got to go put in work.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be in front of the camera, behind the camera. And are you willing? I say this in front of everybody, okay? And I want you to understand Facebook and YouTube. Understand this real good. You know, you're in front of the camera. Do you know what that means? You ain't got a personal life no more. You ain't in the hush hush no more. you have to be careful where you go. Always look around. Always keep trucha. Don't let your guard down because you just never know. You might have run into one of those fools that put the bullet in the side of that vato, dog. You might run into those fools. You always have to be careful. With her, and we know we're going somewhere, man, homie, we got a team. We got a team, dog. You know, who, what door, who, what, when, where. We have preparation in our mind.
It's always being cautious out there.
It's always keeping trucha, always alert. You know, and you're gonna bump into some people. But the thing is that, are you willing to go out there and throw yourself out in social media or do a video, TikTok video, and then you become famous? Are you ready for that? Because just because you become famous doesn't mean that the finances come in. You got to find a separate location for that. You got to know how to run the podcast, because this podcast, I give when I can. And you know that, Alfred. This podcast belongs to you. I love the fact that we come here and it's open because it's a type of ministry that we have. So it's approved through your familia, approved through us, and we all sit down. I drive all the way from Norwalk. She drives all the way from LA to come to my cantona, and we come over here. So it comes to an agreement. That don't mean that big finances come in. That don't mean, because it's going like this. Because all in all, when this is done and settled with us bringing in big feria, then that's you guys. This ain't me. The social media is not going to be me financially. Right. I got my own business, you know? But if this is part of ministry, we all get it. But see, are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to put your mug out there? Are you willing to accept that you've gained weight, that you lost weight, that you're unhealthy, that you're going through some things with your family that you just finished arguing, you know?
It's true.
Something happened and you got to come here in front of the camera and pretend that nothing ever happened and talk and speak as if it was a regular Tuesday night and talk about positive things, even some godly things, knowing darn well that it's not even right at your path. It's not even right with you. Right. Things don't sit in your heart right, but you got to still put on that smile. You still got to go out there, put the tango in. She got to put her makeup, her eyelashes and everything, and she got to go dance. She got to go dance. Dog, do you know? Listen to you guys. Do you know how much it sucks when I tell her and my son or whoever, hey, start dancing, come on, and there's no music?
Awkward.
They look like silly fools, homie, but they love it. That's their jale. That's their get down. Yeah. Are you willing to do all that? Are you willing to sacrifice all that? You know? Right. People just want opportunists. No, I just want this and I want the fame. With the fame, with the attention, comes some issues. Comes a lot of drama. Comes a lot of drama, homie. But you got to be able to know. That's why I mentioned it. Hers knows or knows. Let's just get out of here. If I see a hyena and she's already hating and I'll grab Rose. Come on, man. Go to the left. And she won't tell me, well, what's up? What was that all about?
No, I got you. I got you, yeah.
Go to the left.
Yeah.
What happened? You know, later on, like, man, this freaking Ruka over here, she looked like she was ready to throw you a piece or whatever. She was mumbling. Yeah. Which one? That big old papona right there. Big old vaca just right there in the bar. Big old vaca, homie. You know what I mean? Like, the neck is about this big. The one with the Farmer John bag. That one. Which one, fool? That one right there,
this
dog.
guy's too
Her
much.
rascals are freaking huge, fool. We couldn't take her, both of us, dog. You know, pobre husband, todo palillo, homie. She manhandles that fool, dog. So we had to make her laugh. And I make a joke out of it a lot of times, dog. You know what I mean? That way she's like, just get it out of sight, out of mind. It's out of your head. You know what I mean? Like me no heifer right there with the cheap makeup. You know what I mean? The swamp meat just melting and the pisto right there. And the pisto's already empty. She still wants it there. Just she don't want to spend no more money, but she's angry at the freaking world. Now, are you willing to go through all that? Right. Are you willing to put yourself through all that? And a lot of people are opportunists. I want this. Then go do it your damn self, fool. Go jump on it. Go build a podcast, homie. Go build something, homie. It don't hurt, you know. this, all the nice professional cameras and everything, is just, it's weird. It feels weird. And this show, it's a trip because the cameras are not on Rose or you, they're on me, you know, and I have to throw that facade. I have to throw that view. I had a big rocha, hey, what's up, hey, you know, and, you know, I have to always, after every Tuesday, I gotta go in friegas, iron my ropa, get ready, trust me, I'm with the base. How do I look, Rose? T-shirt, chucks.
When I see now, like, wow.
How do I look every day? T-shirt, chucks,
Yeah.
and a hat, and
And a
shades.
hat.
Vámonos, we're out of here, you know?
Yeah.
But come Tuesday, I have to get ready, that the Lisa's right, you know what I mean? This is my own clothing brand, so I gotta get ready. My tango, my shades, my brocha has to be nice, hooked up, dyed, not all white, you know, and I have to be ready. And then she comes along, she has to get ready, and you know, it's not like if we get paid like that, you know, but eventually it will come, you know. But are you willing to take that sacrifice? You know? Am I right, Rose, or am I wrong?
That's true. That's so true, you know.
So, so I guess I guess another question, man, because the more you talk, the more I want to ask. So realistically, you guys have made sacrifices.
Yes.
You guys have not only have you guys sacrificed your safety, right? Because at the end, you know, you guys are out there exposed, right? Because you're exposed to people. It could potentially happen where people that, you know, are either drunk, right?
Yeah.
But how do you overcome? I guess that comes with experience. But every day is different, right?
Mhm.
So when you guys prepare for these, you know, events or prepare for these things, do you mentioned you have a team? Um, how do you guys overcome certain things, certain challenges that happen throughout the day? For example, the arrival time at location. Think the reason why is because I'm not a promoter, and you know these are the questions that maybe people out there can see. I mean, yeah, I just see Anthony on Facebook, but the life and the day of Anthony. What do you do when you guys encounter these challenges? Like, for example, things are not going right with the sound, things are not going right with the security, things are not going right.
We're going to a location and they don't let us in.
They don't
or
let you guys
whatever.
in. They don't know who you are. I mean, come on,
We-
something happened.
We can't speak on those matters here on
No?
live.
Mhm.
We don't, because it's no, I can't say it's
Well, no, well-
high confidential, but there's some things that we talk about real quick, you know,
Before we would
before
go
we
anywhere.
go anywhere,
Okay,
what the plan is,
gotcha.
how to go about it, you know, and you have to talk about it, right, Rose?
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a plan always.
Mhm.
And now we'll pull up to a show. She'll pull up. She pulls up with the homegirls, but she pulls up with my homegirl. I
Mhm.
know my homegirl when we were kids, and we're kind of related. Her, what is it? My cousins are their half sister,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
but my cousins are not my full-blooded cousins. They're cousins through marriage, but their sisters are my primas and primos. So my tia that had another relationship,
Mm.
their daughters are half sisters to my homegirl. So I know my homegirl my whole life, and she's crazy. She deals with this. She don't put up with no madness.
No.
She'll get down. She's gotten down with the homeboys, so she rides with her. At times I get a little worried, I get a little stressed, you know, because individuals will, you know what I mean, come up, and 95% of the time they're friendly. Like 98% of the time they'll be like, hey, what's up? Can I take a picture or whatever? And you know, and she'll let down her franjo or whatever she's doing, like, yeah, come on, let's go. And at times I worry, but she's in good hands with my homegirl. And if something were to happen, dog, then we have a plan,
Gotcha.
you know, of where do we go, where do we meet, how, what,
Mhm.
like automatically call me up, you know, and phone calls are made, and you know, we have to always be on alert.
Yes.
Good.
We always have to have our wall up. We never let it down. If we're going somewhere or wherever, we never let it down. Always through, right, Rose?
Yeah. And another thing too, you know what? when you go into a place and that you ain't feeling that, the best thing is get out of there because you know what? It's like something's not right, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like let's get out of there.
And
It's not worth it.
she has that gift.
Intuition. The
Yeah.
intuition.
Mm-hmm.
She'll like,
Nah,
you know,
something's
she'll
not
tap
right.
me,
You'll
like-
feel like uneasy.
yeah. And we're not there to cause ruckus. We're not
Right.
there like, let's party, yeah, vida loca. No, because
No.
one thing for sure, bro, that I fear the most is getting caught on camera.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something were to go down, and you know. you
Well,
see-
not only that, because everything that you guys do is public.
Yes,
So it's
Yes.
public to the eye. So, for example, you know, like attitudes. Like you talked about the story about saying to that person whatever, you know what I mean, like on camera, and got convicted.
yeah.
But in a sense, it's being. I think, I think. I don't know how I would be able to handle that, like what you guys are talking about, just being exposed, like, just being a public figure, adding an extra stress. And I get it, it's work and stuff, and you're used to it. But I don't know how I would handle it. For people that are out there, I think the question comes where, man, it's stressful because a lot of people are introverted, meaning like, hey, they don't like their life to be exposed out there or to be out there as much. So I got to give you guys the props on doing that.
But it's not so much that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's not that we're self-seeking. Homie.
No.
That's not us, dog. That's part of our job, dog. This is where God has us at. I told my son, I chewed out my son. Like, I chew out my son in front of her because we're like family, right, dog?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how she feels? Do you know what she has to go through? Like, things that you really connect with individuals, dog.
Sure.
You read them because why they act like that, why they've been through that, why are they my partner right now? Why do we got to work together? You know, I question all these things, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not that we look for certain things or publicity. It came to us, dog. It came
Right.
to her. Well, more her than me, but I'm more in the business type. So I am out there. A lot of people know me, but not as much as her. But the responsibility is different on me than it is on her, right? So I don't think she wanted to be on camera, dog, because if she would have pursued Hollywood. To sit there and to talk about her kid, her son that passed away, and all these issues, and people coming up to her, like, people don't know that messes us up, dog. That messes us up, homie. It gets us like, it's a heavy burden. Like, so when they tell me, oh man, I follow you, homie, keep on doing the positive thing, dog, hey, because that's what I hear the most. I follow you, homie. Oh, everything that you say, homie, and what you've been through, oh, homie, it's all good. You know, it's fine. I don't take the credit. It was given to me because God wanted to do this, and that's fine. But it takes a toll on us, dog. It takes a toll on us. At the end of the day, dog, we have to take this makeup off, this gear off, and we have to lay down on the bed and really think about what happened for the day, what's for tomorrow, and we got to survive another day. And we tend to think about and reflect on the people that we seen, we met, their intentions, you know, and how to break everything down where you, at the end of the day, you can have a peace of mind to go to sleep, dog, because people don't know this, dog. Like, when you get picked to do certain highlights like this, we weren't ready and nobody taught us. It's not like we went to acting school, you know? The reason why I'm a normal in camera, people don't know when I was a child, I wouldn't speak. I wouldn't talk, you know, at all. I was quiet. But how am I a normal? How am I able to relate, to assist certain situations, talk to people, how to de-escalate certain things? God gave it to me. I never spoke like this. I always spoke, F that, homie, F this. I'm gonna. But one time a guy told me,
Yeah.
he goes, have you ever thought about being a preacher? Preacher. We're getting high, smoking yes, God, drinking
Sure.
pisto.
You're like, yeah,
what?
sure.
He goes, you speak different.
Yeah.
Like, man, get the hell out of here, Holmes. You pasa el toque, homie. You know what I mean? No, Holmes, you speak different, dog. You
Yeah.
just, and then next thing you know, dog, I developed it through the pulpit. You know, that's why I'm a regular, a gift of gab in front of the camera. But I didn't want it, dog. I wasn't seeking it. But it comes with the territory, everything. And, you know, at the end of the day, she's human, I'm human, and we have feelings, we have emotions, and, you know, we feel for the people. But she got known because the dancing, and then it relates to her son. It helps out people, dog. It helps people. It helps women that been through that situation.
Right.
You know? I can see it, dog, because I got the camera. I'll be like this, dog. I'll be with the whole setup, this papaya that I built, right? So I'll be like this and holding the camera, and I could dog. I sense it, and she senses it from about 20 feet away, right? You could feel it. They're coming. They're like,
Yes.
you know, like, oh, here we go, dog. You know, and it's like, and I look at Rose right away, like, how's her emotion? How is she going to take it? Is she ready? And I'm hoping she's prepared, because she's going to have to relate to that woman that they killed her son too, dog. You know? And she'll stop everything, dog, just to give the attention to that woman, homie.
Good.
That's one thing that it just blows my mind. It's schooling, dog. That's school for me. You know, and who's ever paying attention, you know? And I'll sit there and I'll try to record, or I won't record because I want to keep that personal at times, you know? But at the same token, I have to record because she has to be on camera, you know? And then I'll pull out and I'll keep through. I'll look around that everything is good, because these situations, when we've been in these situations before, people have tried to sabotage certain things. I'm not going to explain how, but they were very clever, homie. Very clever, dog. I'm not going to lie. But they always try to, those people are evildoers. And those people are not around no more. They've passed away. You know, that's a bad person's bad heart, homie, you know? But you always have to keep trucha on the next move or whatever's taking place, and try to record the best that you can. But I always look at her like, is she going to receive that person, you know? And if so, I'll grab her hand and like, let's go. And we have to take off over here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got to apologize, because when it's too heavy, dog, we got to kind of pull her out.
Yeah,
You feel that?
Is that sometimes draining?
Yes,
Is
dog.
it draining?
I could see it. I could see it, dog. I could see it. Imagine them talking to me about my son that passed, or their son, or this is how he passed, or whatever. It's like, you have to cut it, dog.
Wow.
And there's a time and a place, but you know what? We'll give you a little time. We'll give you a little, you know what I mean, a hug, understanding, but you got to pull out, because this is work, homie.
Right.
It's work, dog. So when you're out there, and you know the funny thing, that the finances don't come like that, dog. You got to go look for the finances. You got the fame now. Now you got to look for the finances. It doesn't come like that, dog.
So for some of the people that are listening, man, this is important, man, because, you know, it's like you mentioned, go do the work. You know, they think that just by having a camera and having an image, they feel that money comes, but that's not true.
No.
You know,
it's not.
it's a lot of work. I mean, what I'm hearing is a lot of time, it drains. You know, you're giving a lot.
And not only that, Spencer, cutting you off, most managers will take most of the finances.
So what's in a manager now? Is it 10% or 15% now?
No,
No,
it depends,
some of them want
dog. Some
more.
will take 50%, dog.
What?
30.
Yeah.
What?
30, 40, 50%. Most of them is 50%. But it is a lot of work, dog. So soon as the filming is done, see, like, I'm not gonna gonna spit game. I'm not gonna spit game. But look, look, you gotta go get it. You gotta hard Rose.
That's it.
I'm just asking questions, but I'm not
Just go get it.
I'll tell you after, but you gotta go get it, on Rose.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, a lot of feria.
I'm just asking these questions because I'm not in the type of stuff that you do, so I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued not only but I know that it's a lot of work because I'm seeing you guys coming in here like, bro, the whole weekend, like drained, man.
Yes.
You guys come in here and you're kind of like, I'm done. I already went to Vegas. I already went this. I hear Anthony's constantly saying, hey, I don't know where Rose is at. Like it's draining.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I don't know where she's at. I'm over here. She's over there. Like, have you talked to her? No.
I did ask. We asked her, hey, how's Rose doing? Where is she? She's out and about, bro. I don't know where she's at. She'll reach out to me when she's ready, when she's doing what she's got to do, and she'll reach out to me. But we asked that, but I know it's draining. I'm seeing this now. I'm like, whoa. At first, I didn't understand. I'm thinking like, well, what kind of thing are we doing here? But now I'm starting to see promotion, being in the public eye. It just requires a lot of work, a lot of your time and effort. It sounds like.
But see, are people willing to do it? And if you want to be a manager, then that's fine. I'll break it down. Like I broke it down before on the inboxes, and they'll ask me, and I go, I'm gonna give you maybe a good 10 minutes to read.
Right.
That you're not going to do. You're not going to do the things that I'm telling you that you need to do to go out there and go hit it and try to get an account.
Hustle.
They won't do it. And I'll start or I'll record it. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. They won't do it, though. They'll put it down right away because it's too much work.
Right. So do you guys encounter people that are doing this as professionally?
Oh, yeah.
You guys do? Okay.
Big time. There's...
So it is a market then, I guess.
It is, dog.
Okay.
If you're a good TikToker, dog, if you're a good YouTuber TikToker, you're making about good $8,000 a month.
Golly.
Yeah.
I'll quit my job.
Yeah, $8,000 a month. But you got to be good, dog. Do you know what good means, homie?
Well, a lot of work, I guess. What I'm talking about, it's a lot of...
From the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you got to film, think, edit, produce, direct, and put in your own money, dog.
God.
And go with all the comments.
And go
answer.
Wow.
Comments, criticism, everything that you could think of, dog.
So there is people going into your guys' social media platforms or pages and doing negative comments?
Yes.
She gets the most hate. She gets the most hate. Her hater is gosh, homie. They're like, you too old, you gotta retire, you this, you that. And one thing I kind of like, I gotta kind of promise myself, I kind of had to check myself. Oh man, my comebacks are good. And I'm from the joint, homie. Big dog. It's on and cracking, homie. Let me check out your jefita, homie. Ay, güey, homie. Lola la trailera like a mother sucker, homie. What's up with this, homie? I hit him hard, homie.
Golly.
But that takes a lot of my time too, dog.
Yep.
But there's some things that get me so freaking mad, especially when they confuse my son with Junior. Okay, then, and I go in there, go into their page or whatever.
Here you go.
Yeah,
Boom, punch in the stomach.
Ahí te va, homie. You know what I mean? Let me tell you a little bit about your jefita, homie. Let me tell you a little bit about your wife right there, homie.
So this thing comes with its own. It comes in with its own. What do you call it?
Desmadre,
with como se dice la cola, it comes in with the tail, right? Because you not only are you being you're giving all this time, but now you also have people coming in and bad mouthing you and commenting and providing these things that do not even go towards your character. So how do you handle this, Rose?
It makes me laugh a lot. It's like, you know what? You get a lot of them too, the profiles. No followers, no pictures, no nothing. It's just being negative. It's like, you know what?
And
I don't want to go there.
And you know what I like, Rose? You know what I like? You know what I like when they say, "Oh, you guys should do better." All this and that. I go, well, I own a warehouse. I own a business. I mean, that kind of good or more good or better? Oh, you want to talk? Oh, okay. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? This is what I have under my belt. You know what I mean? S Corp, I've done this. Nonprofits, I've done this. I've established this. I've established that. So you talking about Raza and they're just being losers and that's what you're talking about? Because I don't see nothing that in here. You know what I mean? I believe I've done more than you have. That I've been out on all this time.
And you gotta be cordial though.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Because again, well, the thing is, the only thing is because and again, this is just me speaking on the outside. Because again, I knew that the Chicano culture had a market, but I just didn't know it was this big.
Big.
So for example, Ro, how many followers you got on TikTok?
Wow. Almost what?
200,000?
Oh, way more than that.
300,000?
More than that.
Wow.
But all your platform like 400 something?
Let me see. Yeah.
Like 500,000?
500,000.
I think so, dog.
Wow.
On this one, 356, but she still needs her Instagram.
So Facebook, Instagram. So you got, do you have, if you combined, I guess if you combine all your social media platforms, are you already up there with the million?
No.
No?
Not the million.
No,
yet. Not
but
yet.
Okay.
it's not up to the million. It's the videos, the reels that make it up to the million because that's where
Yes.
you're making money at.
Ooh.
It's
So
not
are you
the followers.
So are you guys making videos already that are hitting 1 million views?
Oh, she has.
Mine's is 6.2 million.
Mine is 2 million.
Golly, that's
The one
TikTok?
that I've done reel
Mhm.
will hit 2.2, but she's done 6. So it's like, well,
Imagine.
that's where it kind of like
Is
Up
this
and
monetary?
downs.
it ups and downs, dog. Just because you have all those, okay, you just gotta understand how kind of social media works.
Mm-hmm.
The ups and the downs, and you know the timing and everything, how you supposed to work it, and what works and what doesn't work. You gotta understand that, dog.
So question. Now that you're saying this, I'm a new beginner. Okay, and by it sounds, I'm telling you, I am a newbie. I've never done this. I don't know what you guys are do, but from what I heard is Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, there's algorithms, right?
Outrhythm.
So these algorithms, is there a specific time or the amount of content that you throw out there to make viewers? For example, how many can I throw out there so I can get a large following quickly?
Look, dog.
And you know, and again, I'm just asking this
Okay,
because I don't know.
I'm gonna answer it, and she's gonna answer it.
Okay.
I'll throw her one thing, it'll drop.
Mm-hmm.
She'll throw me one thing, and it'll pick up. So it all varies, dog. It might be good with her, and it'll flop on mine. And it's happened many times. Just because you think you have the algorithm going and you understand it, a little curveball, homie, will just sink you down, dog. So that means that reel that you spend money on to make and all that, vale papa, it's no good, dog. What do you mean it's no good? The algorithm didn't pick it up. So, why was it? It could be anything, dog. It could be
Yes.
from what she said, or you know, people not picking it up, not sharing it, or it'll be something. We've thought of some good stuff. Like, I seriously thought it would blow up, and it flopped on us. Flopped, huh?
I mean,
Yeah.
as a content creator, that's kind of hard. No, I mean, and again, just because I don't understand more of the business, but what I'm hearing is that there's a good 60% of the content that you both create that pretty much doesn't make it. Is that a true statement?
Yeah, you got your ups and downs with it. You know, sometimes, hey, it would hit, and you would think, wow, this one's not going, but it would hit.
Okay, now you could make short clips. Her other
Skits.
manager used to make just the short clips, which they work. Okay, they work. And when me and him spoke, he says, "You've commercialized her so much. I want more out of her, not just a freaking skit, dog. I want acting. I want talking, speaking. Now she speaks more. Now she could have a conversation. Because if you develop her more, then most likely she's we'll get picked up on some roles or whatever the case might be.
Hey, Big Joe, where you at, bro?
And not just doing the camera.
Well, what
'Cause
I said is because
one thing he would always do is the 20-second just silence and have the music in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I want more than that. And
right, communication,
that silent
conversation, right.
will get thousands of views, dog.
Wow.
But is it just the look? Now, here's the thing. Now, if we get her,
Mm-hmm.
right, big dog? If we get her just to do a video like that, which is fine, I'd rather bring her out more because I want her more than to just be a publicity for your event. I want her more than to be. See, that's a lot. That's when you're in
Right,
producing,
Production,
directing,
yep.
and you're a business owner. You look at the greater things for them, not the short run. Because the short run's fine. You could get little reels here and there and get thousands of views or whatever. But let's start doing some bigger clips. Let's start doing different things so we could get picked up. So she's flexible. Storyline. So she is able to do flexibility with everything. A reel, a story, video scene, whatever the case might be, you always try to get them the best that they can for their own potential, dog. With their own potential.
Because I've noticed that a lot of the stuff that I've seen, I've seen some of the stuff, some of the videos that you've done, and I've seen the businesses are hitting pretty well. For example, the studio visit was pretty good. A lot of the businesses that you visited are doing pretty well. And I'm just looking at the counter of the people and the views. I was just trying to think if there's any possibility. I mean, I know that the amount of, so how many videos are you guys throwing out there per day?
Per day, dog, it takes a long time, homie. Takes money, it takes time, dog. We haven't done one, the Greek, and she was like, you still got one on the phone. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I still got like, I think 2 in here. They got to transfer it, break it down. And it's true. I've been so caught up working, but I like how she has, like, when she lacks, I pick up. When I lack, she picks up. So it's like, it's pretty
partnership.
Yeah. And she's like, hey, you got some film in there. Like, a film? What film? Like, the Greek. Holy wait, what was that, 3 weeks ago? Which it's behind. Like 2 weeks ago, it's behind. That means I dropped the ball. But here's the but. Just because I dropped the ball doesn't mean the video's going to drop like that. It might be able to pick up, dog. You know? So it's all whatever we can, whenever we can. We're trying to do once a week at least, you know?
And how long are the videos? Are they 2 minutes?
2 minutes, 3 minutes.
So short, is it shorts or reels?
Shorts and reels. It might be 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The maximum is 3 minutes on the reel. But I like to get the story. Even though it doesn't get that many views, it does get a point out, you know, and it's just different. But she'll go live, and man, she'll hit over 1,000. So it like
varies.
It varies, dog. It's just gotta be consistent. Now these people that have like Concrete and all them, like Concrete and Jose and all them, Francisco, these people got knowledge of filming.
Yeah.
You know, like I thought Concrete was like off the chart, like out of nowhere. That fool went to acting school. He was in film school. Like, oh damn, dog! I seriously thought you made yourself look like you
I
just
laugh
came
at
out of
Concrete.
nowhere.
I laugh at Concrete's videos when he's doing the Rebels. You know, when he's doing the guy with the hair, and I'm like, what the? Where did you guys? And they're like, you know, flopping. But back in the '90s, that was a big deal.
Yeah, that one that. Oh, we got my sister Miata here, and they bring the posers, and he's all like, oh, you posers want some? And he's showing off his car. Like, who would ever thought of the plot of the 90s? So they got this 95 Miata here. Concrete and Jay
Valente.
Jay Valentino, right?
Yeah, Valentino, yeah.
Right?
He's
there,
comedian.
and he all of a sudden, they bring the poser. They're fighting with the posers. So the other poser brings the other guy on a wheelchair, and he's cranking him as a lawnmower. And he comes up and he starts posing and doing all this and destroy him. And he knocks out concrete, and he's like, what have you done? Like, all these storytelling, all these media and directing and producing, that is a lot of work, Tom.
Yeah.
That is a lot of work, but they do it, Holmes.
But you know what? But and sorry to cut you off, but I've seen one that he did with his dad. I don't know if you saw the one with the AC.
Yeah.
He's on the truck with his dad,
Yeah.
and he's sitting there, and then all of a sudden he'd flip. He's talking on the phone. I mean, he's talking, and then all of a sudden he raises the window and he turns on the AC, and his dad is like, "Hey, ¿qué estás haciendo?" And he just, no, abre la ventana. Ya me acabaste todo mi gas and blah, blah. Bro, this is what happens in in the Latino, when you're driving with your pops.
This is true.
Yeah.
But see, that's how he has the camera, which he already knows the face reaction and how you do it and how are you going to do it, how you going to roll with it. The other one that I like, I forgot his name. He's a youngster.
Is it Anwar?
Where he mimics his mom and his dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yo era gallo. Yo mi hijo era gallo. You know what I mean? Or the mom, mira lo que estás haciendo. He'll put a towel over his head.
Oh, man.
Those content creators, they're creative, dog. And it takes a lot of work, a lot of time.
Yeah.
You have to be there every day, on day, everything you could think of. And that's their bread and butter. They have nothing else to live on.
Bro, I ran into some reels from this guy, the Middle Eastern. His name is Anwar, and he does some funny ones. He puts his mom to hit him with the chancla. You're like a massive, they're just so unique. You're right. It just creates it. You must have creativity, and you get it.
And one thing
you gotta have a team.
With Rose, dog, that it. Like I'm on it, dog. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. And she poses, homie. You know what I mean? She got to do what she got to do, dog. You know it. With my son, I have a little hard time with him, but he's not really an actor. He's there. Yeah. He's getting it.
Yeah.
I'll chew him out in front of her, and she would oh, man. She'll turn around like, what's wrong with you? This is already 10 times. We already took a take. Why are you choking? And I get on him. Yeah. And he's all like, well, Dad, look, Holmes, you're speaking, you're talking, you're going to take my gift later on down the road. I don't expect for her to open up the whole conversation and have the dialects of this and that and break everything down. She already did her little fame. She's already pushing. She's already known for dancing, talking about her son. I don't expect for her to give her the mic and, hey, let me sit here and let me host you a show today. We're live. I don't expect that from her, but I expect that from my son.
Right.
Because ever since he was born, I would speak to him. I would talk to him. Hey, sometimes I would have to slap his little face. Speak, mijo. Talk. Let the tongue flow. You understand. Because it reminded me when I was a kid. Same thing. I wouldn't say nothing, Now, Charlie, you're an American. You have rights. This is what you got to say. This is why you got to speak. Right. And we push him and encourage him, Then he'll mess up like 10 times, huh? Like that. And then she'll be like, it's okay. Do I got to sit here? And she'll say, what would you say, Rose? Do you want me to practice with you at home?
Yeah.
You want man, shut up, fool. I don't need it for you.
But it's all new to him, for him to put it out there. It's just, I was the same way when I first started because I'm already got this a year and a half.
Right.
And I've never done, I never shared anything.
It's something new for
something
both.
New.
I wish, I think, like you said, if we would have had, like somebody like acting like Concrete, right? Yeah. I mean, he's got it. I mean, but I think it's doable. I think what you guys got going on is special, just because of, not only because of the wealth of experience, but also because, the love for it. I think you both are passionate. I can see it. And sometimes I don't see that from other people. And you can say, I'm an influencer, but there's no passion. Yeah. And you see that on the product,
Or they'll say that and they'll have a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That don't make sense.
Yeah.
How you gonna have a GoFundMe page, but this is your job?
This is your bread and
Rose,
butter.
can we put a GoFundMe page for you?
No, that's one thing I don't
That's
ask
descarado
for.
status.
I don't ask.
Oh man, that's scandalous. I would never. Man, I will call you up so fast. Who did it? Christina? Get her on the phone. I said, why would you let her do a GoFundMe page? I mean, like, look, if anything, we'll do a fundraiser the right way. You know,
Yeah.
we'll have a dinner or whatever, sell this, sell that, but not just send me money. No,
Right.
we'll do it right. You know, GoFundMe page because I need to go pay my rent.
Go give me a car.
Yeah.
I go pay my renta, homie.
Yeah.
I need to go fund me page. Wait a minute. All those videos and all that, you can't make finances. If you ain't making moves, if you ain't making finances, then it's not for you, you know? If you're just sitting there, looking all pretty or whatever, man, you got to really hustle it. And then you got to connect it. This is where the connecting part goes. And then where we could kind of like connect certain things for a business, It's just, it's hard.
I bet.
But-
No, I think for the most part, I think the dedication. I'm just thinking that this is a full-time gig for both of you, and sometimes it's draining. Even that hearing you guys, hey, where we gonna be next week? Well, we're gonna be here, but there's just so much stuff that you guys got going on. So it's gonna require it has required time and effort, and you can see it by the outcome. So thanks for sharing, man, because
It's a lot. But are you guys willing to go for it? Go dale gas. And I've always encouraged everybody on Rose. If you
Yes.
could do it, go do it and do it better than us.
Yes.
We ain't
Yes.
nobody. We're just regular people, Right, Rose?
Yeah. And it's not about this what you can get off of TikTok to pay. You still got to work, still got to get money in that. It's not depending on that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people depend on this getting what they get on TikTok. I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it ain't.
all right.
You got your ups and downs, but if you got your job and you're getting that money, that income coming, and that, well, you got that money.
True.
Yeah. But it's always good to have. You know what I mean? It's always, it's an extra hustle.
Yes.
You push it, and a lot of times there's more beneficial than there is downside. Like there's some times where, boy, most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, Rose gets us through. Like they'll know her, like, okay, well, like VIP or whatever. But there's been some instances, sometimes where Rockin Chicano, the brand, helped us out, and it's like, yes, we'll look at each other like, yes, you know what I mean? Like if she couldn't pull it off, I pulled it off,
Good.
But most of the time she could pull it off, dog. But there's been some about 20%, 30% of the time, like, I pull this sucker off. How did you know him? I know him because of this or that. Who I've been here, I've been there, been to Vegas, came back, and we did this, and I bumped into him at a restaurant. Like, oh damn, So you have to constantly be out there, dog. You have to do it, dog. If you ain't out there, it's not gonna come to you, dog.
It's about helping one another. That's what it's about. If he got it, cool.
Yeah.
I got it, cool. But I'm going to share with him. I trust Anthony in that. And, we help one another.
Yeah, man, it's feeding me, dog. Like, you need a good partnership like this, homies. You know what I mean? Where it's help you out. Like, if you got a manager to help you out, it's feeding me. Like, so many times she's opening up the doors for us, Hey, here, Anthony, hey, check it out, you and your kids and your wife and whatever. And I go, feed me, cool, you know what I mean? Like, or like, hey, Rose, and they'll be like, hey, Dad, where's Rose at? And I kind of get mad at them when they ask me. It's like,
I don't know.
I don't know, dog. You don't got, and the first thing, like with Maria, she's like, hey, how's Rose? Yeah, and like, you don't call her. Like, call her up.
She's busy.
Maybe she might answer you. You know what I mean? Like, she might answer you. You know what I mean? Or Daniel, you don't got her number, dog. Like,
I had to get a new phone because I did a upgrade on my phone.
On your phone.
I know I went to bed with it one way and I got up because it was an update. And it's like, what happened to my phone? It took everything off.
It maybe the software just
I
Just
don't
crash.
know. So I had to go get another phone.
and all the
tried to
contacts.
get so, but what happened was I backed it up.
Oh, good.
So I took it and they downloaded on the other one, but it's like, what happened
Oh,
to this
man.
phone?
Because I know you guys keep all your passwords and all the stuff in
Well,
there.
yes, yes.
Golly.
You know,
Well,
so
guys, thank you for sharing, man. Thank you, because I was writing all this stuff down because a lot of
why, you
people
want
ask
to
me.
be an influencer?
No,
fool?
no, but
Kinda,
because
fool.
We'll
because
get you out there.
We always invite him up. We always invite this fool. Like, oh, I
Yes.
can't.
Well, no, it's because sometimes I tell people, hey,
I
I'm
can't,
I'm helping the podcast. I'm recording or I'm doing things with the podcast, and they're like, "You're a podcaster?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not at all. I just sit there and I just record with them, and they do they do the content, they talk, but they're well-known people, and they're always asking, "Who is it? Who is?" I think my daughter. My daughter was the one that she looked you up, and she was like, "Dad, she's got a lot of followers on TikTok," and I'm like, "Who?" She's like, "Rose," and I was like. Yeah, I didn't know. But that's why I asked, how many do you have? Because a lot. So she's like, a lot. So influencing. So it's good that you influence these people. I mean, for the good. And I think
Yes.
that's really good. But yeah, when they ask me, they're like, how do you do it? I'm like, I have no clue, but I will ask them. That's why I'm asking all these questions.
We always invite you, fool, but you never come through. I gotta go. Here's another rule. If your wife doesn't let you to go out to the shows and do this, it's not for you, homie.
No.
If your husband don't let you, it's not for you,
No.
dog, because you gotta go out there and mingle, talk to people, speak to people. They'll come up to you. The makeup will rub here and all
On the
stinky
clothes.
on the clothes. The sabaco right here, like when they want to hug you and you're like this and like.
What is this? You know, you're
Aaron
like,
getting pulled off because
Yeah.
it snatched, a hat falls off.
Hat falls off. They step on your shoes. And you're like, what time you gonna be home? Don't even worry about it. Don't even stay up. I'll be home later on. And you come home and like, what happened? I don't know what happened. Like, it
But
was-
you've met a lot of good people out there. I've met plenty of good people out there that
and I'm sure, and like Anthony mentioned, I think it's good when you cause that influence on people because they touch their heart and they're like, oh, Rose, you impacted them in a time where maybe you were being impacted or
Yes.
going through a situation, so they can relate. So I think
Yes.
that's the good thing that you guys they look at you guys and you guys are relatable to them, and so that actually that's meeting on the comment and having these discussions with people. Hey.
Mario Solanos, what's up, fool? How you been, dog? He says, everything that's cool takes a lot of work, but looks easy.
no.
He could speak on that because he organizes.
Oh, I see.
Listen, dog. He structures and organizes the freaking Monster Jam concert thing. So he has to put the track down, stack up the haze, put structure, banners, and go outside and go hop them out and do it. So every time you go to the shows, that's his job, dog.
Are you talking about the trucks?
The trucks, the Monster Jam.
What?
Trucks, yeah.
I have some. Hey Mario, hit me up, bro. I need some tickets to see
I
Grave
never-
Digger, bro.
You never been to one?
I've never been to one.
They always invite us. They're good people.
I've never
I've
been.
been to one. I've been to one.
I
of
just
them.
heard they're loud.
Yeah,
They're loud, right? You got to take your little.
Mario, what's up, dog? Are you willing to give some couple tickets away right here at the Rockin Chicano show?
Hit us up, bro.
Hey, I put him on blast. I was going to start
Well, I guess, bro. Now that you throw it out
inboxing
there.
that fool. But he manages the whole thing,
Golly,
dog.
bro, that's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot. No, the reason why is I have little siblings that one time they showed up with their little trucks, and I'm like, "Who's that?" The Grave Digger. That's why I'm like, "Oh, Mario, he does that? Wow, that's a lot of work, a lot of effort."
Yeah.
He does that at the Honda Center too, no? At the Angel Stadium sometimes.
Angel Stadium, everywhere, like in SoCal and all that. When they come out, he has to go and do the whole holiday, and it's a lot of work, dog.
I
But
bet.
like he has this whole section for them, dog, in the front, and he's all like, "Hey, bring your family homes," you know what I mean? And we went one time, and it was feeding my dog. I went one time when I was a kid with my uncles.
Yeah.
They took us when we were young, and it was when Bigfoot was out. And I'll never forget it. but I never went back.
Why?
I figured, it
Wasn't your
yeah,
cup
it
of
was
tea,
just
though?
like everybody was with their parents, and I was just with my
Oh.
uncles,
Mhm.
but
Oh, kind
I
of.
got to enjoy it.
Right.
But it wasn't until now that I took my kids, and it's like, hey, this is a family thing. So he has a whole section for his whole familia,
Right.
and his whole crew, dog, like we all raza there in the front, homie, because this whole area is all gabachos, homie. It's all gabachos with feria there, dog. But like we're in the front, all raza, dog. Straight homies, tatted down, like straight homies, dog. Like it feels good. It feels good that we have a little bit of power there. But he's all like, bro, I got this, I got that. And he's always throwing everything out at us. Firme gente. Solanos are good people. We had some good conversations. I know I'm busy at times. I don't have to answer their phone calls at times, but I'll call them back up, or they're doing a fundraiser, mandatory, we got to go, or whatever the case might be. And we're there, we got to roll, dog, And
Nice.
because people like that are real firme, but he's a manager of the Monster Jam crew pit, or I don't know. They're dirty, homie. By the time they come to the stairs, they're dirty, fool. Because they're in the pit.
Well,
They're
yeah,
out there,
the dirt and all down there. Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll come up, and man, it's pretty firme. It's raza has it like that. So
Yeah.
what's up, homie? Where my tickets at, fool? We're getting together this week with the trucks quarantine cruise. Let's roll. See, I told you, dog. I told you. And he sends me flyers. Fino Vato, going through security. Much love to you guys. I think he's going to the LAX. He says going until work tonight. LAX. They fly and they do all their stuff.
They gotta go out
They
there.
gotta transfer. They
Wow.
gotta feed me gente, dog. You know what I mean? So if you guys want Monster Jam tickets at half price,
Hit us up.
call me up, homie. Rockin Chicano got it on lock.
I was
homie.
sending you a GoFundMe where
You're a fool, dog. Send me GoFundMe. Yeah. Send me a GoFundMe to the Rockin Chicano page on me. Half price, like if you worked at Disneyland.
the first 500 will get you a ticket to the.
Hey, that's where we gotta go. Is Disneyland. I want to go.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, but they're feeding my hand, dog. You see, and you bump into everybody at all
That's
the time,
awesome.
dog. Anywhere you go, whatever the
Yes.
case might be, dog. You just never know who's that next individual to help you
That's
out.
right.
I call these fools up to go to the Mongols Clubhouse. These fools rolled up with the 4x4s, dog. All the Mongols and the Bicleros, they were just like looking, dog. But those trucks were big, homie, but they came through,
Oh,
And you just never know when you're going to bump into
Bump
them,
into
when you
people.
need gente like that,
yeah.
by your side. And all this, it comes with the price. Like he said, everything that's cool, there's a price behind it. But it's all right, dog.
That's great, man. Well, the good thing about it, man, you guys are enjoying it, loving it, because like Rose mentioned, it's for the people. The people are
Yes.
out there. You guys are doing this for the people, to unite the people, and I think that's very important. So, kudos to both of you, because now I'm understanding. At first, I was like, yeah, Rockin Chicano, it's a business. I thought initially it was, but now it's promoting. It's doing this. It's car clubs. It's this, reaching out to people, relating to people, public relations.
Yes.
Being involved with people. It's not just like, hey, let me take a picture. They'll tell you their things.
Yes.
So so I'm just thinking now, it says, oh, poor people.
But the good thing, the Spencer cut you
Yeah.
off, dog, is that the more work that you have done under your belt, dog, the more that you get to defend yourself, especially when Raza tries to bash out Raza.
Ooh.
Oh, is that true, homie? Well, watch out. I thought I hear this, hear that, hear this. What have you done, homie? Oh, what happened, man? Yeah, I bet you won't beat us, dog. And I'll break everything down on roads.
Yes.
And they just trip out. But yeah, it's true what you say, dog. You know what I mean? It's a lot of holly.
I bet.
But anyways, we're gonna build a GoFundMe page on behalf
For Alfred.
of Mario Pig Solano
There you go.
crew, homie, under the Rockin Chicano banner, homie. 50%
50%
the
off.
Monster Jam tickets, homie. You sit right there with all the raza and all the homies. Everybody's all tatted
Yeah.
down, homie.
You get to
What's
eat a little
up,
bit of
dog?
dirt.
A little bit of dirt. We got gabachos everywhere, to the left, to the right. You could tell them fools are like 50 years old with their first child. Like, you know how the gabachos are like that now with their first child, 50 years old.
Yeah.
I had to do my career first.
Time is 15. Oh, what
Yes.
legacy. Great.
Y'all be a heat though, homie.
Great.
Yeah, I was once here. This is my Harvard University certificate here. Oh, get that crap out of here, Dad. I don't work no more. We got AI now. All right, much love and respects to everybody.
Yep.
What's up, Bonita? How you doing? Hopefully your surgery is going good and your health. Everybody that's been sick, Holmes. Thoughts and prayers to you guys. We've been getting so many requests. Thoughts and prayers to you guys, and thoughts and prayers for the family of Davato Charlie, the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really hurtful, you know, and that sucks. It's sad, you know, and everybody that's been affected with ICE and that raids on the familias and lost family members out to the other side, you know, and much love and respects to all you guys, and our thoughts and prayers are with you guys, you know, and all my friends, all the followers, thank you, everybody, all my followers that have been loyal to me, thank you guys, and people that have been purchasing product, thank you guys, the people from up north, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. There was one that said that they're in the Philippines. Oof. And euros. What's your gracias to?
I want to thank everybody for reaching out to me, following me, and that. I'm blessed because of you guys, and much love and respect to each and every one. And I'm blessed to have you guys as my friends.
That's right.
That's right, Alfred.
Hey, no, just thank you, man. Thank you for being letting me be part of this, man. I'm so grateful just to learn not only much of what you guys do, man. It's like I have a complete different a complete different mindset now what you guys do, and I'm like, kudos to both of you, man. It takes a lot of time, but at the same time, thank you, because I know it's a sacrifice. I know that you guys are leaving families, you guys are leaving a lot of the stuff that you should potentially be doing, like family or even your own time, to put it on forth for other people, and that's very important. Caring for people, and I think that's having discussions, having these conversations with people, and really lifting them up when they need a little word.
Yes.
And they look onto you, and I can see when they do come and talk to you, like, hey, let me take a picture, let me do this, man. You said it here a couple times, no, let me take a picture with you, because at the end of the day, this is who builds you. It's them believing you and trusting you and seeing you.
And all them fans that they work, they don't have time to go film and donate it and whatever, man. I don't forget them, dog. I don't forget them,
It's an honor.
It's an honor. And, the ones that hate you, the ones that go on.
God loves you still.
God loves you still. No animosity.
That's true.
It is what it is, and life goes on, and we're pursuing the path that we all been set forward in front of us by God.
That's right.
And
100%.
that's the truth, dog. So big shout outs to everybody, and got some events coming up. So I got a feed me event. I haven't told you, homie. I got a feed me event. Whew.
Hey, when you guys send your donations to GoFundMe, you guys are gonna get the up to date flyers of the
up to date flyers and the whole scoop. But I didn't want to tell you guys for management, our plan, our getaway 911 plan, and you guys get it all, homie.
Hey, but first go for 411, because that way we give you the 911.
411 911, correct.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for always following us, and thank you guys for everything.
Excellent. See you guys.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
God bless each and every one of you.